All right, welcome to the Sae Bae Cast number 41 with DKHo. DKHo, what up, King? How you doing?
Yo, what's up? How you doing?
I'm really excited for this one. It's been a minute since we've had like a player on the cast, somebody that's like known for a known as a player rather than like a content creator, So,
Yeah, it's been quite a while. Last one was probably Guppy. I don't know how long ago.
I'm trying to think of I think it would probably be Max. He Box Young. I think
Okay.
even he's a content creator though. Like that's the thing. It's like at what
Yeah,
point do you
yeah,
even say like who's a content creator or not? I see him more as a player though, rather than
yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's quite obvious when someone's a content creator or when they're a player.
yeah. So what would you say is like I don't know, because there are some people that are content creators, like Max, for example, that I would definitely say are more players.
Yeah,
Same
yeah,
with
yeah.
any of
I
the
forgot.
skillers. Like,
He does like a lot of skilling videos. Yeah,
yep. And I
yeah,
would say the same thing with like I know like Randalicious doesn't like really stream anymore much, and
yeah. Like
Dan as
Ranlish
well.
is kind of like a sort of like a personality at this point.
He really is actually.
Yeah, he's
Just
like what do you call it? Like quite a legend.
yeah,
Has a lot of
no,
history.
super long history, and it
Yeah.
looks like he's going to get top page even with like everything that's been going on in his real life.
Yeah, very consistent.
Yeah,
Quite inspiring. That is lifestyle.
yeah. It's crazy because I remember when I first started old school and like I went on Twitch and stuff. He was ranked 2 at the time. And so to me, like he's always been like rank 2, and so it looks like he's just been constantly dropping. But that rank 2 was a lot of like XP as well involved, not just strictly
Yeah, I don't.
EXP.
I was not around about that time, but
So when did
I
you
don't know.
start?
Oh, I started very late. Um, for old school, I started in 2018 actually. So I'm literally
Wow.
just sort of new blood
Wait.
compared to
You
everyone
started.
else around me.
Wait. You started in 2018 on this account.
Yeah, 2018.
Jesus Christ. For those, I mean, you guys already know because it'll be in the description and everything. But DK is rank 5 Ironman overall currently, and to have a what 4 year whatever it is 4 year delay, I guess. I'm trying to think of the word. I can't think of it. Just that's pretty
What's
insane.
the opposite of a head start, pretty much?
Yeah, that's
Whatever that'll
insane.
be.
So I want to hear. So what what got you to the game? I guess, and why did it take so long? Why did it
Do you
take
want
until
me to start
2018?
from the very when I was a little kid? You know, the
let's
classic Sae
let's go for it.
question.
Let's go for it.
What are the origins of
The
DKHo?
the origins of DK and the origins of you getting
Ugh.
introduced to OSRS.
Honestly, every game I've literally played, you literally have to thank my brother. Like, he introduced me to every single game I played, and he was a lot more casual than me. Like, we all started like playing the same game, and then every game I really liked, I literally just like spent so many hours and hours on it. So yeah, that was around when I was like probably 8, 9. Was about to be like 2005. So we started, me and my brother, literally just classic like PKing in like North of Iraq where you just magic strike everyone. That's pretty funny. It's just good, man. Like you're ganging up with like everyone with like just fire strike and you feel so good. And every
Just
time
dealing
like we
eights.
restarted, every time we got to like firebolt because we couldn't afford
Yeah,
past
yeah.
that. And the
It's
what is it? The
funny.
Rangers like they start becoming like too strong, so we couldn't
Yeah,
compete with them.
that is so accurate though, because I think everybody that played back then knows what you're talking about. Like mages were OP up until a certain level, and then rangers became
Yeah.
like crazy. Meleeers became
Yeah, it's
crazy.
miserable. So after that, I think from the start I was honestly like a big grinder. I didn't want to ask parents like bug them, oh, can you pay for video game membership? But like, no, don't spend money. It's a waste of money. So
Mm,
like, okay, I'll just play free to play, stick out, and I don't know. I just kept grinding on it. I got pretty decent account. I got the max melees in free to play. It was like base 70s, and you know how freaking slow free to play is.
yeah.
It isn't easy. Like rune crafting, oh my God. I literally just like rap like did RC. I like Palador. No runners, literally just running back and forth.
And what
Wasn't
year
fun.
is this?
But like 2007. It was like when I
See,
first started be middle school for Americans.
see, that's insane because I didn't even. Well, I think I did know how to runecraft, but I was like so just dumb, and I had like no attention span that like I couldn't just grind out
Yeah, I don't
runecrafting.
know. Felt like most of my childhood on RuneScape was literally just logging on to RuneScape and just messing about on forums and like watching YouTube.
Wow.
That was pretty fun. And after that, got membership. Oh my God, what is it called? It's like, you're not into anime, but it's like that gif of like this person who takes off weights. He drops the weights off on the floor, and then there's a massive explosion,
Oh
and then
shit.
he starts like destroying his opponent. Like, if anyone knows, it's Rock Lee from Naruto.
There's got to be a lot of people that know.
Yeah, it's such a classic, iconic gif. But oh my God, members is so much better.
So
Like,
much better.
yeah, so much content you can do. It's quite insane.
It's kind of funny because I know Rigondeaux made his appearance back to Twitch after like a long break, and he was hard stuck on like the 2005 hardcore Ironman, and
Yeah.
he even admitted on stream like he was bored out of his mind like playing that for so long, you know. And
Yeah.
that's that's just what happens when you're lacking content. Like you just get it's just dull
Hmm.
for the majority of people, I should say.
Yeah. I mean, I think especially since it's relevant for me because I'm like a front page Iron Man, you expect a lot of people to like around there to be like really good at like grinding one thing at a time. But
Mm-hmm.
honestly, that's actually not me. I could not like today if you put me at granite, like mining granite for 16 hours a day, I could not do it.
So what is
It's
your
just
play
too
style?
boring.
Do you hop a lot?
Yeah, I pretty much hop a lot. Like I need something like a goal for the day, like something to like really focus on. Because otherwise, it feels like it's kind of pointless in a way.
So I want to hear about like 2018 coming back to old school. What was the thing that got you back?
Ah, it is funny. Well, to like answer this completely, we'd have to like go back to the start of why I got back to RuneScape. So I was a pretty big Smash player. So who don't people who don't know, it's a Nintendo game where you fight with your like classic like Nintendo characters like Mario,
Mm-hmm.
Big Shoe, that sort of lot. And there's quite a big esports scene. It's like it's quite it's got like a lot more popular in RuneScape now. I
It's just
say
like melee though, right? Like is that the one that everyone plays?
honestly, no. At
There's
this point, it's like usually it's melee. Melee's the game that lives through time. Like people would play it until they're like 50. Like
damn.
I'll like hop onto Twitch in like 2040 and be like, oh crap, there's another melee tournament going on and it's on 50,000 views. It's just gonna be like that. The game I played is the fourth edition. It's now on the fifth one, so I mainly played the fourth one. I was going to like I think I was like 12th in Europe. I was consistently top five in England, so that was pretty fun.
Damn. I want to hear a little bit more about this Smash story cuz I do remember, hearing a ramble about it and it was really interesting actually. Um
All right.
so yeah, you can kind of go a little bit into it and why or and how you I don't know, I feel like the competitive nature of you in that game definitely translated over to OSRS.
Yeah, for sure. To be honest, I went into this game like kind of burnt out of like competing because in Smash you kind of have to like travel a whole lot of time and put in a lot of hours, and it's very mentally and financially taxing. So I kind of got burnt out of that. But to start, you have to. I started traveling around like England. I I did a lot of like playing online training and that. I got really good quite quickly. I actually got sponsored. Like I'm literally wearing my sponsors old sponsors shirt right now.
Oh shit.
It was like literally you get like two flights to a tournament per year. That was pretty fun. A little bit of money helps, but yeah, I was very good. Made a crap load of friends. I'll probably say my closest friends are still in that scene.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
So what was that just like a game you played as a child? And so
yeah,
okay.
yeah. I say RuneScape and Smash Bros. Were definitely the two games I love the most.
See, I sucked at Smash Bros. Because I had some friends that would always bring over their like GameCubes, or even when what was the Wii version called? Brawl? Is that just Brawl?
Brawl, yeah.
Yeah. So they would
Brawl was
bring over
probably
yeah, they
my
would bring
first proper game.
yeah, no. I just sucked, and you know when a player sucks when they have to use Kirby. Because like I'd get shoved off the edge all
Uh,
the time, and I have to use Kirby to get
Kirby's like the
back on.
classic like beginner character because he looks so cute and
Yeah.
like when he inhales someone, you get like cool abilities.
I just remember like the only attack I'd ever do is a little rock smash. Just jump up in the air a million
Yeah, yeah,
times, do the rock
it's funny.
smash. Just
It
pray to...
looks so cool
It
because
is
like
cool. It's
he
satisfying when
dropped
you
from the
actually get a
sky.
knockout too from it.
Yeah.
Damn. So okay, let's transition into OSRS. What was the thing that got you back into the game?
All right, so I've traveled to across Europe and across America. Well, I went to America once. I felt like I was kind of reaching a peak, as in what I could actually do. So when I traveled to America, I fundraised a lot, and yeah, it's cost a lot of money, but I only got like 49th of like 1,000 people, and like that costs too much like to sustain, so I didn't want to do that.
Mm,
It was a very good experience, and like I felt like I just hit a peak, so
yeah.
I decided to like turn it down.
And then what happened after that? You decided to play a different game. It
Yeah,
it's an interesting thing to say like you peaked. What like is that just because players are just like naturally better? Like they just like you just can't beat them because of like just raw talent? Or do you think like you practicing more and more and more you could eventually beat them? Like
I think it's access to resources, pretty much.
okay.
So let's start from here. So I live an hour away from my closest practice. Uh, it costs a lot of money. In America, they have a lot more better players, better competition, a lot more money in it. So
Mm,
you're kind of fighting a disadvantage, and I didn't want to do that, and
so it's like doing
it's not
scrimmages
sustainable.
almost. I don't know if that's what you guys would call them, scrimmages, or you just
What scrimmages?
we just call them scrimmages in sports where like you just play each other basically
Yeah.
like as your own team, just trying to get
Mm.
better. Interesting.
Yeah, and I wanted to like focus a bit more at university, so
Okay.
I didn't want to like literally. I took out a week of uni just to go there, and yeah,
I
I
want
mean
to
it's
sorry.
definitely super fun, really really fun. But
I want to ask
I,
for those players that are like into Super Smash Bros. What are your favorite? What are your top 3 players that you like to play?
characters, so it'll be Sheik.
Okay.
Sheik was my player that I mained. Other than that, I like Cloud. Cloud's really good as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun, like just swinging around with a massive sword. Third character, who would it be? I think people want to hear Donkey Kong, but it is my namesake, but it's not one of them. I guess Bayonetta. Like, she was probably the most overpowered character in the franchise other than Brawl Meta Knight.
I really like Kirby and Zero Suit Samus.
What a contrast.
All right. Okay, so let's talk about you kind of going back into uni and OSRS.
Okay, right. So, got to uni. I wanted something. I literally wanted to play RuneScape as like a background game while I was focused on studies, but I don't. It was like that until after I finished the year of uni. But then I just literally loved playing RuneScape. That was it's just the thrill of like progressing your account as an Iron Man. I just got addicted. Like there's something new to do every day. There's a lot of planning. Like say you want to get a new item, you might have like 3 other items to get before you get to that stage. I think that for Iron Man is just the best thing about it.
Yeah.
It's just addicting.
Yeah. Really is. especially when you like truly set yourself long-term goals like you and other players have that are like way up there. I think it's just the biggest part is just having goals.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, pretty much.
yeah.
Like for me, I have to have goals like to do anything in life. I just can't function that
hmm
otherwise.
So who
Just
were
like gets me out of bed basically.
so did you ever think when you first okay, so you first started 2018 and like wasn't I'm trying to think I don't actually know what the high scores were in 2018, but I'm assuming they were like
I
over at
have
least
some.
over 1.5 bill for like rank
I
1.
think I have some old screenshots. I remember the cast with Jack. He shows some very old ones.
Oh yeah, he does.
I could show you some
Yeah, let me
when I
see.
first started. I think. Let's see, that is a good one. Oops. I think this is probably the state of play when I was
Oh
quite new.
shit.
Yeah, there was like a someone did a tweet showing like where each player was from on the front page.
Damn. So when is this? Is this 2018?
I think it's 2018, but when I don't know.
See,
It was
that's
it was definitely after I started because I remember Heiger was top, and then did got rank one for the first time around that time. So it's probably summer of 2018.
this is such a nostalgic picture because I remember looking at the high scores. Here, let me just zoom out real quick so you can see Carroll's number 25. The man that would have been all pets like 2 years before
Oh my
anybody else.
God, he was literally like 42 pets in 2019 start of it.
Yeah, that's insanity. So I'm looking at some names right here. Uh, First of all, Rip Allo. I know
Yep, rip.
he got
So
hacked.
unfortunate.
Uh,
Absolute legend.
Iron Flynn. I was a huge fan of. I loved his streams. He used to stream a lot, and he would. He was so goofy, dude. That was like
Yeah.
literally the goofiest guy. Um,
I remember, I don't really know him, but I remember he literally just, when the stackable caskets came out,
yeah,
he literally launched 5,000 easy
yeah.
keys. And he never opened them. He like got the two masters and just
I
dipped.
know, dude. It fucking is like, bro,
Impressive.
you like that is what you do it for. Like you do it for the masters.
Yeah.
Oh God,
So interesting.
I
He was
see.
he was definitely a big gamer back then. I think a lot of
Oh
people
yeah,
on that screenshot were massive.
yeah. They were all massive gamers. Rip Cajun fries. I know he de-ironed. That was.
He de-ironed after he got hacked. He was
Oh, did he
also
get
on
hacked
all the
first?
time.
I thought he just
Yeah,
de-ironed
yeah,
because he was
yeah.
bored.
Nah, I feel like if you get hacked on Iron Man, I could
Yeah,
you can't
that's
rebuild, man.
you. Yeah, that's
It's like anyone who
rebuilding
does that,
an
credit
Iron.
to them.
Yeah, rebuilding an Iron Man is. Oh,
Mm.
I can't even
I think
imagine.
some people do like it because like when you get all items,
But
if you're not
like,
into like cosmetics and like that, it gets boring. So that's why they like rebuilding.
I just think of
But no,
like,
it's not for me.
I just think of my nightmare grind alone. Like, really? If I got hacked, I just lost
Yeah,
like a mace or something. Like, dude, no, we're not doing that
it,
again. Like, we're just not.
it's not.
We're not doing that. Although, uh, it is okay. So I think of like new game modes coming out, like Group Iron Man's coming out. Anytime there's been
Yeah,
a new game mode, it definitely gives people that have had misfortune, like got hacked or did something stupid where they got banned, like they have like a second try basically on a fresh high scores. And
yeah. I think for a lot of people, it's like a new start.
yeah, so you coming into Iron Man at 2018, 4 years late, maybe like three and a half, but
I think find a screenshot will be 3 years late.
okay, that's insane. So did you ever think, or was your initial goal to even be top age, or were you just enjoying Iron Man and just doing whatever the hell?
Okay. I think first off, it was incremental, really. Like I wanted to like unlock more of the game as it got on. So I mainly focused on like Slayer, got my like whip trident, etc. Then after I got a few 99s, wanted to try a bit of PVM, but I was too crap, so I wanted to just like max. So that was like sort of the goal. And then the plan after max, granted I maxed very quickly. I did in like quite a lucky like 12 months or something like that.
Damn.
But even then I wasn't I'd say I wasn't playing as much. Like I was still
Yeah.
pretty fairly casual, but I just had a lot of free time. Um, I don't know. After I maxed, I wanted to stop PVM a bit, but I don't know what it was, that spot point for me. That I wanted to like chase posting 99. I don't know.
Were
I
there
just
like
like
players that were kind of inspirations?
yeah, sort of inspirations in many different ways. But I kind of wanted to like get to their place in a way, but the way I did it was I always like thought, okay, I'm like rank 2K, I just max. Let's try climb every bit and bit. So that was kind of my goal. Like, okay, I can get to rank 1,000 in like a month. Let's do that. Then it's 700. Then it's 500. Then I get all these like nice little skilling milestones as I progressed. And yeah, say, what was it? I think it was like 2019, 2019 or 2020. I think it's 2019 that I got onto the front page. Was
Wow.
it 2019? I think it's start of 2020. That's it.
That's insane.
Yeah, so a lot of hours to put in.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's not if you set yourself a goal of that going that high, it's not gonna happen. You kind of have to enjoy the journey
Yeah.
and try to make it as in, uh, incremental as possible.
So was there ever a point where you burned out or just weren't as motivated? Because it sounds like going from nothing to rank 5 within 3 years is pretty insane.
It does sound the same, but I think you have to keep in mind that I think in 2018 was probably the most updates that really kind of made Iron Man skilling so much easier, and I guess Iron Man in general.
Yeah.
Pretty much what came in 2018 and 2019 was Vorkath. Vorkath kind of destroyed the meta for GP. So Bibles did not feel like a massive wall.
Yeah.
Next, there was contracts that made Herb Law so much easier mentally because you could kind of do Slayer however you wanted, but before then it was kind of like just Tower Necks, Mo Dagonos.
Yeah.
I don't think people like that. And at the same time as contracts, there was the Lance. The Lance was massive.
Yep.
You could just not do raids if you really wanted to.
Yeah, that weapon is disgusting. I
The
think it's
Lance is just
way too OP, dude.
Jesus.
It's way too OP.
Yeah.
Oh god. And the thing is it's like like with raids, if you were going for a Dragon Hunter crossbow, like you're doing raids and you're wasting time in a like a skilling efficiency mindset.
Yeah.
Whereas with like Hydra, like you're kind of wasting time because you're doing Konar Slayer, but like you're getting
Even
Slayer XP
then,
to
it's
grind it.
Slayer
Yeah.
and Hydra's literally like one of the best bosses to do.
Yeah, literally so much GP. I think it's just like slightly worse than Vorkath, right?
Yeah, ever so slightly.
So you're getting a lance like through basically killing like a Vorkath, which is
Yeah. And
just
then
insane.
the Lance makes rest of your Slayer easy. You can just kill every dragon that you want to.
Yep.
Yeah, but pretty much even besides those main like updates I talked about, there's so many like quality of life little changes that just boost everything.
Yeah.
It's just became a lot more easier to like play. Like 2015 was a completely different game
Oh
for Iron Man.
yeah. I look at past videos. I remember like Lelador rambles. He's fletching at the bank, and I still remember this. Like every single time, whenever you have to like fletch anything, you have to type in a number. So you just like spam 99 enter.
Yeah,
Like bro, like fucking caveman days, dude.
could not do that.
Just like Jesus, that is just so tedious. How did we? And there was a lot of player base that were like they didn't want that to change. I feel like I was pretty indifferent on it. because I still like the old school charm and stuff. But it's like, bro, you
Yeah,
got to get rid
I
of
do
this.
love the old school charm, but at the same time, I do love change at the same time. I think that's quite unique for me.
Yeah,
A lot of like high level players, they do love the keeping the old school feel of like keeping the best methods the same. But
yeah,
I don't know. I feel like stuff does have to change at
yeah,
times,
yep,
but it's very important how you do that.
absolutely. I remember, I know Guppy on like previous casts would talk about how rune crafting, like Jagex is so scared to like buff rune crafting at all. Like it's all kind of been the
Yeah,
same. Like Lavas has
yeah.
always been the top, you know?
Mm. Yeah, it's insane. Like honestly, Lavas has been meta, like theoretically best in game since I don't even know. Was it ever improved?
I mean, I guess running, but like running,
Yeah,
it's still
run is
Lavas.
like a play concept.
Yeah, yeah,
That's the thing. Like they haven't. Jagex has not really done much for runecrafting outside of adding Zaya, which is basically a cheat code for people who just want to max for the sake of it.
yep. Yeah. How do you feel? Okay, so what? Zaya Runecrafting came out in what, 2016, I think?
Yeah, 2016, 2017, around that.
So I know you didn't really play back then, but I feel like you kind of know the history of like updates and stuff. And I just remember that was a huge, I don't know. I hate Zaya Runecrafting. I think it's
Yeah,
horrible.
I wasn't back at that time.
Yeah.
I can't imagine the outcry of like when it came out.
Yeah.
And I think on release it was even more AFK. Like you could literally just
Yeah. Yeah.
click on the Essence Spine and
It would fill
go
up.
take a shower, and then you have a full inventory.
Oh god.
It's insane.
Okay. Actually, we have a question on the topics talking about room crafting. I want to find it real quick. Um, where is that? Why am I? Oh, wait. I swear to God, there was a question on
Yeah,
room
I
crafting. Do
definitely
you see it?
saw it. Uh,
Oh, there it is. There it is. It's by
yeah, that's it.
Lilac. So, what would you guys like to see or not see from the potential future room crafting mini game that's been talked about? So, before I ask you, I want to briefly cover. So, Jagex back in early, I want to say it was just this year, like, or maybe late last year, they came out with a little uh, potential ideas blog thing, and one of them was Guardians of Gielinor, I think, or the Guardian of Gielinor, or something like that. It's a rune crafting mini game that would basically give you little rewards. Like a colossal pouch was one of them that would just be like all four pouches into one, but then you couldn't have any other ones. Rune crafting outfit that gives more runes, and then the blood talisman that would give you access to the true blood altar in Mauritania. And I don't know, like I get scared with mini games because like you see stuff like Winter Todd that like the mini game becomes a skill.
Yeah.
But the rewards are really cool, and if they balance the mini game to not just shit out runes and XP, like I think it's really good. Let's hear from you.
Opinion. So what it was is the pouch. What else is there? And like blood talisman.
Yeah, and
I
the
don't
rune
even know.
crafting outfit. I think there was one other
Yeah,
thing as well. I can't think of it though. I'm spacing it.
I don't know what niche they really want to hit though. That's the only thing. Like, do they want it? I don't think they are trying to get a faster rune crafting method. They want to make it like profitable, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't know how that works. Because for mains, you don't really skill for GP anymore. Like
Mm-hmm.
the only thing you'd ever do is sepulture. Like sepulture, Jesus. It's
We'll
like
have a
what,
whole
like
segment on that.
several million put out. Oh my God. But yeah, outside of that, like who skills for GP now? Like neither bots skill that much. They're like but even bots PVM. Like yeah, I don't know what they're hitting.
Yeah. I'm just worried that I don't know. I'm worried that it's going to what I see in rune crafting is I really do like the old school way of rune crafting where it's like you go to an altar to craft those kind of runes because you need them. But because
Yeah,
we have
yeah,
Shopscape and everything that's going on, and like people are making Shopscape, I mean, Shopscape's even gotten easier. They're making it easier for separating stocks and
yeah.
shops and stuff like
Thank,
that.
thank the Lord for that.
But
Holy,
see,
I was,
in my opinion, I just think that's bad. Like I know this would
yeah.
hurt a lot of people, but just like delete all shops. Like just I
The game would
think
be so much different.
it would.
Put it that
And
way.
I will say it would probably hurt the game at this point because it's just
Yeah,
been out
I
for so
agree.
long. But like initially that's Iron Man, you know, like, oh, I need fucking I don't know. I
Yeah,
need
that's
cosmic
like
runes. I gotta go craft
a
them, you know.
classic 2014 Iron Man. You
Yeah.
but do everything yourself, not even shops. But I don't know. I feel like shops are too powerful, but it's the staple of like the game. So
Yeah,
I
it
don't not
is.
want to get around for that. Like it's just too convenient, honestly. Like even with like everyone complains about competition. Like even with competition, you're doing it like several times faster than the alternative.
Oh
So
yeah, way
you
faster.
kind of have to just suck it up.
Yeah.
But
And
I don't know. Like the competition is not fun. So I'd rather they just like literally just print out the items for us. But I don't know. I
so
don't know. I feel like having bit of shop is at this point part of Iron Man, as lame as that sounds.
yeah, no, it is, and I don't think it's going anywhere for a while. I think they're trying to make changes. So like the blood talisman, I think they're trying to come out with a way to make
Yeah,
blood rune crafting better, like more profitable, like more bloods per hour, and like good XP per hour. So it's like I don't
yeah.
know, like
The
it's
thing is,
actually
like
worth it, you know?
the crowd that I see complaining about Bloods, it's gonna be the PVMers, right? The ones
Yep,
who have like Sang Staffer and Scythe.
yep.
They use Blood Runes a lot faster than just a skiller who like just barrages
Mm-hmm.
and I guess casts and like throws now. But for them, like they're not gonna be interested in runecrafting, right? Because the math doesn't work out. Like you
Yeah,
can't
no, that's
get
true.
so many bloods into the game without it being bad for the economy. But the only solution would be like one of your old suggestions where like you literally just convert GP into blood runes
Yep.
via some like sort of method. But that just
Yeah.
seems way too convenient.
Yeah,
So
well, the thing is as well as Shopscape will always be better. The fact
yeah,
that I can
it'll always
buy
be
like
better.
you can literally I did an hour or sorry, I did a 20-minute video where I tried to buy as many blood runes as I could, like as fast as I could within like however long it took to like buy out all the worlds. And
Yeah.
it literally took me 20 minutes to buy 70,000 blood runes. That is 200,000 blood runes an hour. If like
Dude, what the hell?
yeah,
We're
I mean
using the two client method, and
no,
that
I
went.
was. Oh, if you use the two Klein method, it would actually be way more disgusting. But
Yeah, yeah.
like the Tanner Dino method or whatever.
Jeez, we're
Uh,
using the Sammy
no.
Mage. No
Okay,
way
so
you could
listen,
get that
so
much.
listen. This is the disclaimer. So I bought out max stocks at Zammy, so they were fucking expensive.
Yeah,
But like, I just wanted
that's
to
a big
see.
catch.
But like, I just wanted to see like how many blood runes could you seriously buy if you just had unlimited money? Like, I just need blood runes right now,
Yeah, honestly, like
and just the
the blood you
effective
can buy
time.
per hour is just very good.
Yeah, you cannot beat 200,000 blood runes an hour.
Nah, you can't.
There's no way.
I
Oh
mean, you
god.
could if you like did you like got an alt and sold blood runes. Did that, but it's not possible anymore.
Yeah. That
I remember like
I
I
really should have
posted
taken
a
advantage
video
of.
of that, and then it got like the shop nerfed. It was
Dude.
literally I found a clip of Ginny getting PK'd. Well, not Ginny, but his ult, and that kind of blew up on Twitter.
Dude.
And then yeah, it just got nerfed.
Oh, I should have taken advantage of that, man. I mean, now I don't
Yeah,
really care because I have a mace and everything, but like pre mace, dude, I was just needed bloods all the time. That would have been so great.
yeah. Honestly, like I don't know. I love and hate honestly the blood ring conundrum. Like I have a sang and a scythe now, so
Hmm.
I am always actively aware when I'm like doing a little bit PVM. But oh my god, sometimes I just don't want to think about it. Like
Yeah,
I-
you really
it's
can't.
fun using a scythe, man. But like if it's only like 5% more DPS, can I really justify it?
Yeah, and then you have to think about just the time spent like getting those blood runes. Like it's like so like the 5% extra DPS, like
Yeah.
unless you're just getting all your bloods passively and it doesn't matter. But like for me, I would seriously calculate the effective time like getting the blood runes to like
Yeah.
how
How do
much
you do it?
better.
The way I do it, I look at the difference between the scythe DPS and my next best weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And from that, I see the DPS increase and see how much time that'll save me over getting the money and buying the blood runes.
Yeah, that's literally it.
My
It's
number
obviously
is
a rough estimate.
like
I'm not.
15%. And yeah,
Yeah.
of course, like
Mm-hmm.
you have to like take into account like having a scythe is gonna let you deal more damage, take less
And
hits.
it's more fun. That's the other thing.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah,
fun
that's a
factor.
massive thing.
There's a
It's so
fun
much more fun.
factor.
It's like for me, it's the most fun weapon in the game. You
Yeah.
just feel so powerful.
Yeah. Doing a I had a Sarachnis task with full Inquisitors, Scython Crush, and a Slayer
Jesus.
helmet, and that was, dude. I think it's like 11 DPS. Like,
What the hell?
yeah, I think it's 11 DPS or something like that, which is pretty insane for Sarachnis because I think a mace is like almost 9
Where do you
usually.
get spider task from? Is it Churio?
No, I actually got a Sarachnis task, like boss task.
Oh, boss task.
Yeah.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah, only Turiel gives it now. I'm waiting for Konar to give Forthos spider tasks. That's gonna be the
I
dream.
wish boss task gave way more than it did.
Yeah, now I got like
Like,
a
it's just, yeah, it's like you get boss tasks, like you get a good boss, but then it's like just kill 30 Zoras.
yeah. I'm glad
Kind
they
of,
changed that. So now I think you can get 35 now, right? Of Zora.
no clue. Was it only a Zora one? Or I think
Yeah,
they increased the amount you got from boss tasks in general with combat achievements, something like that.
so like combat achievements. Once you get Grandmaster, you can do 50, and like there's little increments. Like I think Elite is like 43, but Zora always used to be 15. Now it's 35. Now you can get up to 50 Zora. It's just because
Mm,
Zora used to just be so broken,
Jesus. Oh yeah, true.
and it was like the only broken monster as well. Like there wasn't Vorkath at the time.
Oh yeah, we could talk a lot about Zora if we want to go down the Iron Man history rabbit hole.
Let's talk about it.
I mean, it was before my time, but
Yeah, you never got to experience the
no,
pre-nerf. See, I never did either. I didn't even learn Zora until it had
I've just
gotten
heard stories about it.
nerfed.
The only thing I remember was like you had to do the meta was like 10,000 Zora for 99 rune crafting.
Mm-hmm. And like farming and everything. Like you get your farming from there.
Yeah, like you got so many scales, you could just literally blow pipe everything. And like back then, like meta was like doing Dagon you tag all of them with blowpipes, so the venom ticks down on them,
That's
and you
so
do stuff
interesting.
like kill the lower HP ones, so you get more herb XP per slay XP. Funny things like that. It's just tons of different.
I remember when the Serp Helm used to just passively venom anything, even if you didn't even attack it. It like if a monster
Oh
attacked
really?
you, it would venom. Yeah.
Ah, that's why.
Because I remember back in 2015 when I was a main, I would just camp wyverns basically. And there would always be these people running through the wyvern cave from the entrance and just running through with a
Oh,
Serp
that would
Helm.
suck.
And if but here's the cool thing. It's like so I wasn't an Iron Man, but even if you were an Iron Man, you would still get the drop if things were venom from somebody else. As long as they didn't hit it. So you would have
Hmm.
like two wyverns aggro that dude with a Serp Helm. And they would both get venomed. And so they're taking like fucking 20s while you just bolt them down to like the little bit left and then you'd get their drop. I was like,
Hmm.
this is so fucking busted. Like, yeah, Serp Helm was. Dude, Zora in general, like, Jesus Christ, that was actually a disgusting, like, those are some
Well,
disgusting
like,
items. Blowpipe and Serp. Like, Serp was disgusting in its own rights, but, like, Blowpipe was
yeah,
out of control.
I can't forget the magic fan. Like, it had like 3 or 4 max hits,
Yeah.
and
No.
like people will like go crazy over like a ancestral rotop, which gives what like 2% damage.
Yeah, which is not even a max hit
It's like
most of the
0
time.
or 1 max hit.
No, it's actually crazy. And I don't know, maybe so I see it like Jagex comes out with a boss or a raid and they almost need to I felt like they felt the need to upgrade a lot of different aspects of things. So like raids came out and it would have like it would have like, well, apparently the Elder Maul was supposed to be good, but it was just shit. But
Yeah.
Kodai, Tebow, all the magic, like you just have like everything. There's just like so much. It's just like such an upgrade. And I think with Nightmare and other things, they're kind of chilling out with it. And even Raids 3 rewards, it looks like they're
See,
chilling.
I find it so weird, like their logic. So sometimes, okay, what's your opinion on Race 3 Wars? Just a quick summary. Do you think that they're undertuned or perfect?
No, they're under. And I think like I'm glad they're going the niche route. I actually do like niche things as long as it's not like dedicated to a certain,
Yeah.
like the niche I like is the low life thing. I think that's cool. But
It's
I was watching Lake. Lake said first of all it needs way higher defensive bonuses, and
yeah.
two, he thinks low life should be 50% or 50. Yeah, I guess
Honestly, yeah.
50%
I
of
haven't
what your HP is.
done the DPS counts, but from what been told about from my friends, like sometimes just Void is better. Like, why is Void still so good? Like, it's like a 10-hour grind from like pest control.
Yeah.
I don't understand that obsession.
Void's just good because it's damage multipliers. Those things are fucking dangerous. So then when you got
Yeah.
the damage multiplier of Void and then a fucking DHCB and then like a salve, like they're all multipliers. That shit's just going to stack on
I
top of each
wonder if
other.
they're ever gonna one day not go down EOC, but kind of rework how the combat engine works.
Dude, I was praying and I knew it wouldn't happen because it would just totally break the game in a way. But
Yeah, I don't not trust them to like touch the
I
numbers.
know. But in a perfect world, I really liked how they were coming out with 3 new range attacks. So there was like blunt, piercing, and like magic or something like that. They like
See that, but I feel like it's too revolutionary for me.
it is it would break things, and it would only work if everything was perfectly balanced. And even then, people would still complain because like it wasn't balanced the way they wanted it to be balanced. You know.
Mm.
But like that
But
was
yeah,
so cool.
my issue is like they wanna make these endgame rewards very niche, but at the same time they release Blood Fury, like you literally just thieve it or AFK vampires, and the Thralls, which is like zero point 0.6 DPS for every single situation. It's just
Yeah.
absurd. Like I don't know
Yeah.
if they don't have um what is it called? Synchronized beliefs with like how the game should function, or they just don't necessarily think about that as much for like
Yeah.
balancing.
No,
Like
I
for me,
yeah.
I think end game bosses should always give out the best rewards, not a stupid like mid-level
Pickpocket or
quest.
something. Yeah. Blood
Yeah,
Fury's fucking busted.
honest, I don't know.
Dude, it is busted.
It's just insane.
Dude, have you used it
Like,
as Serb? I don't know if you even have it.
so
Like,
yes,
dude, you
I
Arclight?
get some every now and then. Yeah, I kind of regret using alcohol. I should have used Scythe. Scythe is so good at some.
Bro, if you use an Arclight with a Blood Fury at Serb, you do not need food and you can get like a fucking 20 to 30 kill trip. No food.
Yeah,
Just,
I think what I did was I used brews instead. Actually, like I just brew in between kills, and because I'm balling on potions, so
mm. No, but you don't
brews is
even need
kind of like my
brews
at
with
this
it
time.
with a blood. If you just camp Blood Fury, like
Yeah.
yeah. No.
But yeah, pretty much blood free is just absurd.
I just like I find it so silly that they came out with it. It was a 1% heal, and then they just buffed it by 6. Like not
Yeah,
even like
I have no clue.
2, like just double it maybe.
Mm.
I think if they would have just kept it at a 3% heal, that would have been like a really good sweet spot for it.
Mm. I don't. I just think it's absurd. Like,
Yeah. No,
come
I
on,
mean,
Jagger. It's like if you're struggling through wars, don't add something to a mid-level quest.
yeah. I guess for like an Ironman, a Blood Fury, just blood shards take so fucking long to get.
Yeah, if you don't care about the female XP, it's kind of miserable.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if I was just PVMing, I literally just get it for like either. Do people speedrun with it? I don't think they
Oh,
even do.
I don't think so.
I think at CM it might just be personal preference.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I
Uh,
never see anybody using them at CMs except for me because I don't have a Sang.
Yeah.
Like if you don't have a Sang, a Blood Fury is pretty nice.
Mm.
All right, let's talk about combat achievements. So,
Ooh.
combat achievements came out. I had been looking forward to it for a long time since he had announced it, and I thought it was just such a cool idea that it brings these Taub Andes and Cox Andes to like experience more of the game. You know what I mean though? Like you knew like there's
I think you're referencing a very specific community, but
no, I'm just saying like there
yeah.
were people that were like I am a god at this game because I have done like fucking
No,
20,000 Taubs, you know.
even then, okay, I admit, like, grind out Casey is not everyone's cup of tea. It's quite boring sometimes. Like, I
Mhm.
did not enjoy getting my 50 Temporos.
Me neither, dude. That was ass. That was
Yeah,
so bad.
but yeah,
No,
like
it was.
you
I
can
mean,
see,
it
like,
wasn't. I love Temperos Matsuko shit. No, it was ass because you're forced to do it.
yeah, in a way, yeah. Um, yeah. You definitely see a lot of them don't struggle at content they're not familiar with, or they might refer to like a sort of like a cope where, the challenge is cringe, right? You don't want to do
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's perfectly fine as it is. Combat achievements. There's
Yeah.
only a few little changes, say like less skilled bosses. I think that's the main gripe I have because it kind of introduces everyone to like,
Everything, basically. Everything
yeah,
combat related.
yeah. Like I think if you're not a top tier PVMer, there's something for you to like really get your hands into, and it's I don't know. I think it's quite hard to design stuff specifically for the very best of the best.
Mm-hmm.
Like
It
it would
is.
be really cool to have that, but I don't know. Jagex doesn't go down that route anymore.
Well, the thing is, I mean, first of all, I think Grandmaster tasks are very, like, okay, I try to think about it from, like, an average player's perspective. I play this game every fucking day of my life, basically. And I'm like, you know, this is like
Yeah,
what I
that
do. And
that
so there's a difference. And so I see it. I thought a lot of the challenges were really difficult. So I can only imagine a player that can only play like 3 hours a day.
mm.
Like getting up to that level is pretty insane.
I think one big also is honestly just teams. Like
Yeah, those are pretty
first off, you
obnoxious.
need well, it's gonna get harder every day that passes, but you need to find people who are willing to like do that specific challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Like who wants to like specifically go down for a 3 down blow
Yeah.
when they could not to. You
Yep.
kind of just like ask every time for like people, and it's just gonna get harder and harder.
It really is. And
And other than that, obviously you need skill. You need a lot of skill to like
yes.
do these challenges.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not just finding teammates, it's finding teammates that are good. Like that aren't gonna make you
Yeah.
fail over and over and over.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I've finished the leagues. I think for now that'll be where I'm stopping because well, I lack gear in terms of no T-bow and I'm missing ink pieces, I guess, for not Fasani's, but I think I can get that somewhat passively. Like I think the variance on bludgeon is quite high enough to get a sub 730 eventually if I
Yeah.
wanted to do Fasani.
Get good luck, basically.
Yeah. When it was sub 7, that seemed freaking impossible without complete match skill.
Yeah, no, sub 7, even with my totally decked out gear and Lake's totally decked out gear, not missing ticks. Even Lake took like 3 days.
Yeah, that does not look fun. I mean, I would love to achieve at some point, but I don't know. It's I'm gonna keep it passive for now. I don't think the flex of it is worth all the pain of like kind of struggling for teams and like grinding
Yeah.
out items that I
Elite
not necessarily want.
Elite's also just a really nice stopping point. That was what I was planning on stopping at because those are like where you get all the good rewards basically, plus the sexy helmet. I think the Jad helmet's really fucking nice looking.
I think I don't know. I like the Furzik and Suck because they look different, but they're just like just recolors, isn't it?
The thing is, okay, like Jad, I really like the simplistic look of it. It's like that's clearly a Jad helmet, clearly
Ah, I
like
see.
cool. The Verzik's a little bit too much. There's just way too much going on. And of course, Zook I
Mm.
think is cooler. Like Zook's the coolest fucking thing. And
I think the static is literally kind of the status for me.
yeah, now that is.
But I don't necessarily think the Suck and Verzik look very good, but when you have like, especially the Suck helm, you're just a pretty good gamer.
Yeah, it looks like honestly, it looks like shit with range armor. I've seen people use it with like crystal armor and stuff. I'm like, oh god, that looks horrible. But it's still the status thing. It's like, oh shit.
Mm.
Yeah, I think they did a really good job. And like Jagex not pushing people to the very fucking limits. Like I was talking about it in a previous cast of Jagex could have went so extreme on Grandmaster, and they could have said like, oh, do an Inferno without losing a prayer point or some shit like that, you know?
Dude,
Like
the
things like that
5K's
where it's
prayer
like
point task.
that
Oh my
truly
God.
is like that truly is
Yeah.
the most insane challenge ever, and a few people will do it. But
Dude,
like,
I'm
bro,
still struggling on the 5K's prayer task. It's just frustrating
yeah, you just have to
and I
tank
mean
shit.
at the same time, I think it's boring.
It's so boring. It is because you're
Yeah.
just. I was just waiting behind it. I'm just glad I got it done in one shot. Literally, I would just sit behind Italy Rock. I should have made a video of it because a lot of people have asked. Like, you just hide behind Italy Rock, wait for things to spawn. If you
How do
hear
you deal with majors? Like you
the
don't know when
major
they're gonna
is
hit.
literally you start hearing its sounds. So I would just
No, but then you got tanker hit off prayer,
yeah, and
no?
that's totally cool. I brought plenty of supplies because all you fucking I
Yeah.
mean you don't need any prayer clearly. I would
I've,
bring brews and
what
restores, I guess.
what I've been doing, I got close in last time. I just used the spawn predictor tool, so
That's
you
smart.
kind of can plan your wave kind of ahead,
Yeah, I didn't use
and that
that.
way
I'm
you
surprised I didn't.
wouldn't lose any. You wouldn't tank any major hits. I don't. It's just I don't find play pickling for like extended hours very fun.
It's not. It's
Yeah.
that was a tedious task, and I was sweating. But
Mm.
I tanked probably like 15 mage hits, and it was totally fine. I brought vengeance, and it would hit him down a little bit, and then I would just eat up. And I also had sweets, so I would just like sweet up before every wave again. So sweets are OP, by the way.
I think I was, yeah. I hope I can get it soon,
I'm
but
surprised. I'm surprised I didn't make the 50 Zilly task without using sweets because that was
yeah.
brain dead easy with sweets.
I see.
I mean,
I just launched like a casual task.
mm,
Yeah, it was right. Yeah, I don't know. I think the difficulty is good. I like how the wars are completely optional. Like initially, I'd like it kind of makes sense. Like it's the hardest content in the game. It should be rewarding, but at the same time, because it's not rewarding, Jax can push the limits fairly well with it.
yeah, and they really
Like
couldn't come out with
you
some.
don't see Reddit like talking about, oh, I need combat achievements.
Yeah,
That's not something that happens because the rewards are so minimal.
yeah. No, I think they did a good job with it.
Yeah.
There's just a few things I've already mentioned it like 4 times, but that banking thing at the Moor UI rec place, I feel like that teleport should teleport you directly to the bank, and then the
It
clue
teleports you to the start of Inferno, doesn't it? No,
teleports
no, it
you.
doesn't.
No, it teleports you
To
into that little.
Jad's, right?
No. It teleports you
Oh
into
no.
that little area next to the bank
Oh,
where
okay.
that range is or whatever, the little
Oh, interesting.
volcano cooking thing.
Hmm.
But if it teleported you right into the bank and became best in slot banking, I think that would be so fucking sick. Because it's like an offhand that you need to like bank the quickest.
Oh yeah.
But it's like it's not like crazy. It's like that's not a crazy perk, you know. It's just like real. It's I don't know. It's kind of convenient.
I kind of wish the hilt was a bit better, like had decent stats, but
Yeah, the hilt's strange.
no
It's
issues now. Defender's already pretty broken.
I was just hoping. I don't know if you were in my stream. I was talking about what if they made the hilts just Avernic cosmetics. So like the
Yeah.
Grandmaster one would just make your Avernic a little bit gold trimmed. I guess. I don't know.
That's sort of like the game nowadays, like just add cosmetics to everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The hilts are just fucking weird. It's like this is just a pointless object that teleports me. It's just
Mm.
strange to me.
It's a clue score item, pretty
Yeah,
much.
no, it is. It's nice. Dude, you know what I want? So that hilt, by the way, is actually used quite a bit during clues. Well, not quite a bit, but like it had like any like Trollheim places, like you're gonna use it. And I think it would be really cool to get that 2-tick wand, because then I could like main the hilt in my hand with the wand, save one inventory spot in my clue setup. But
Mm. That sounds good.
yeah, the wand sounds cool though from Raids 3. I just wish they would make it to 2-tick only instead of a 2-2-2-4.
Really?
Yep.
How come?
The reason is because it's arbitrary. It's so silly that like
Yeah.
it goes to 4-tick even. So it's not like it's going to something crazy like 6-tick, but it's going to 4-tick, which is every single mage weapon basically. And like, why not just switch to your mage weapon? Like, switch to your Sang staff for
Oh,
the fourth. Like, it's just weird to
yeah.
me.
Um, if you switch to the Sang, does it go back to two ticks or not?
No, it would continue at
So
four
it
ticks.
just remembers its
It
part of the
remembers it
cycle.
up to 9 ticks.
I see.
So as soon as you've not attacked with it for 9 ticks, it resets to 2-2-2.
I wonder if there's like some cool major methods. I mean,
Like
I'll,
there are cool mage methods, but they would be even cooler if it didn't have the 4-tick, because then like I know Tip was showing the 2-2-2
maybe.
4 at Olm hand. And what would be way cooler is to do 2-2-2, switch to your Sang staff, do it, and then go back to 2-2-2, switch to a Sang staff, because it has a short enough distance, like range, where you can't just main it 2-2-2-2-2.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I
It's
know. I feel like
arbitrary.
the variable can have applications,
Like
but it's
it
quite
does, but
hard to see currently.
it's like, okay, I made the comparison. Imagine there was a blowpipe that every 3 hits it just does a Tebow shot. Like it's just so random. Like this is unnecessary. It's cool, like you get a Tebow shot every once in a while, but like just
Yeah,
let me
yeah,
just switch to my
maybe
Tebow.
maybe you could have like a different attack speed on the one instead of four tick. But I do like the idea of having a variable. It's something very new to the game.
See, you know what would be cool?
Like I guess you can switch weapons, but I don't know. It's
Okay,
quite unique. That's what I like.
what about this? What if it was 2-tick, but then it has a special attack, and the special attack only takes like 10% or whatever, maybe like 20% of your special bar, and then that is the big hit. That's a 4-tick. Like like
Jeez.
something where you plan it out, not just
Yeah,
every
I guess.
4 attacks you gotta fucking do something.
I mean, at the end of the day, Risque is quite kind of like a rhythm game.
Oh yeah, it
So
100%
I can
is.
see that getting a lot of used to.
I
But
mean, you'll
yeah,
still use it because it's going to be best in slot, and then you have the upgraded arcane, so it makes it even better than like the harm staff and
oh
everything.
yeah,
So
arms in the bin.
it
Yeah,
really
currently.
is.
I mean, personally, I do not care if the harm goes in the bin. I have no burnt pages.
Yeah, no, that's
Like when I was like doing 200 move fire making, I was super poor and I needed money to like get bonds. So yeah, zero burnt pages, 200 move fire making. One of
yeah,
my
and you
regrets.
probably I don't know if you did it before the burnt page buff as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did.
There was a
That's not
buff.
great either. It got buff, man.
Yeah, no, they
What the
buffed
hell?
everything. Like you could trade in
Yeah.
full outfits for like 250 burnt pages, which I don't think was a
That
thing before.
that weapon is just not nice to Iron Man.
Yeah, the harm is it's the whole thing, and especially now that Rage 3 is coming out, and who knows what Nex is gonna bring. We'll talk about Nex in a little bit. I don't. You probably don't even know what Nex is. I don't either.
I That's not great. Yeah, I haven't had too much experience with Nets, unfortunately.
Yeah, I say I didn't even play. I never played RS3, so I
You
have
never
no
played.
idea, and I never really watched anything. I'm envisioning like Latius. I know Latius had an RS3 phase. I don't know if he's still playing RS3, but like I think he was streaming it at one point, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? I don't know. We'll see. But the harm, yeah, is definitely in the bin unless they change
Unfortunately.
it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I really wish it did have a was better for
I
Iron Man especially.
I just wish
Especially.
it would cast everything at 4 ticks. Everything that's 5 tick, change it to 4 tick. Dude, what if they even changed alchemy? So if you have it
That'd be
equipped,
insane.
even alchemy's 4 tick. I like that would really
Yeah, I don't
change everything.
know. I feel like especially with the two tick one, mage is very saturated for DPS
Yeah.
in terms of weapons.
You know what I'm happy
Like,
of is the wand uses soul runes. That's
oh yeah,
cool.
that's massive for Iron
Yeah.
Man.
No, that's really cool because everyone has so many fucking soul runes.
I remember someone saying not only is cheaper to buy, I think the soul runes restock faster as well. So in theory, there should be less competition, not
Yeah.
including the fact that people will be split between blood runes and soul runes.
Yeah. And the other
Yeah,
thing is I feel like so many people just have so many soul runes already. They won't even need to
yeah,
buy for
yeah.
so long, you know.
So like me personally, because I was very big on getting GP for like my 200 mil smithing grind, I don't have many soul runes left, but I think everyone else, if you don't really sell them, you just accumulate them.
It is I don't know. It is cool. And what I want from Raids 3 is that the Kopesh or whatever, that thing that deals like a minimum hit.
Yeah.
That I really want that to be like a halberd where it can attack a tile away as well.
I
I've
think you said that before
Yeah, I
on
want
one of your
that.
streams.
I want that
Yeah.
so bad because that the halberds are the only thing that do that currently.
Mm.
So like a super powerful DPS weapon that can do that as well is super cool and niche for me.
I think I don't. Scythe is so dominant. That's my only issue.
Yeah,
Like if you
yeah,
have
it is.
a big monster and you just scythe it pretty much.
Yeah, no, it's
Like
true.
not factoring the cost, you just scythe it. It's just too strong. But I think strong in a good way. Like it's a very
Jo-
fun weapon.
uh, I don't know if you watch like those Inferno runs, but Jolanine posted his new Inferno world record or whatever, and
Yeah,
he was like finishing off the things with a
yeah.
scythe to
Like it
kill it
saves
quicker.
like a tick right because
Yeah,
of the faster death animation.
yeah. I'm like, Jesus, the lengths we're going to. Like, that's fucking cool. It was so
Mm.
cool watching.
I might be just chatting right now, but I think they might be doing like fight caves as well. I don't know where.
Oh yeah,
But
no,
I don't know.
they
A
have to be
few.
doing that as well, like everywhere.
Yeah.
'Cause it's just so good.
Yeah. Speedrun is just getting so optimized now, honestly.
What do you think about
It's not,
quest speedruns that they've talked about?
dude. I I'll be honest, I do not care one bit.
I think. Oh,
First off,
I won't even do it. So that's the point. I don't care about.
Quest plugin assists. That makes it super easy to get a decent time. I, for me, I think it's boring content. Like, how exciting is it to just be running through a quest?
I think speed running a quest will be one of the most amazing pieces of content to watch. That's my
You
opinion.
think?
Because
Mm,
you're gonna see the craziest shit that you've never seen before.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. I think that's the main appealing thing. Like, you see kind of cool mechanics. Like, I don't know who's like Evanari. He's the guy who holds the world records or something on that
mm,
website.
yeah,
Yeah,
no, like
those guys go wild.
they're gonna come out with just some crazy shit that is like, what? Like you could skip this part, or what? You could, save this dialogue spot by fucking spamming this. I don't know. Like, gonna be so many
Yeah.
little broken things that make you just save a few ticks
I
here and there.
really wish the thing is the Quest plugin didn't assist. I don't know how much you know, but I think there's something called like the var bits that change when you unlock the next kind of step in the quest. And it's so OP. Like it literally just shows you stuff you can't see.
But like, how do we not like? What's the alternative? Basically, like just ban it and then other people use it without getting banned. Like the fact that quest
Yeah,
helper and things like that already exist, puzzle solvers exist. It's like
yeah,
you're,
I don't know.
we're just at that stage in the game where it's like
It's very
even if you
unfortunate.
ban it, people will still use it to their advantage and won't get banned because of it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I think my joke is like You can just put in the tool assisted speedrun category.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just
I
thinking.
mean, I don't know. I'm not a Quest speedrunner or speedrunner in general. I think that's something they'll have to decide on their own.
Yeah, no, they will, and people will still use the speed running or the quest helper with it. But there's gonna be a point where the quest helper doesn't even do anything because you're
Yeah,
just going
yeah,
so fast that like you've already memorized everything anyway.
yeah. I think at a point where you kind of somewhat tick perfect, it'll just save things that you cannot see for some reason,
Yeah.
or like help you do the puzzle faster. I don't know. It could be interesting. Would be content for a lot of people on Twitch, but I don't know. I
Okay.
can't see it being something too long
Yeah,
term.
we'll have to see. And also the other thing I question is I wonder how it's going to start out. Like I wonder if I'm assuming it's going to be like on an empty world, kind of where you do the run, and I wonder if you can just get anything you want from the GE, before you start the speed run.
Yeah, I had a thought about this. Like, do you start with a maxed account or like a generic
It's got to
average
be
stats
maxed.
for it?
Like I feel like everything's got to be maxed, and you got to have like everything. Like I don't know. I think of one of those like storage chests like they do in the tournament worlds where they just have a bunch of shit in there. You just choose
Yeah.
whatever you want.
Mm. I don't know. I feel like Quest wouldn't feel the same then.
Yeah,
Like
it won't. But
having like
like,
scuff stats is kind of the beauty of like Quest. But I guess for speed run,
yeah,
you would want to have stats, max gear.
yeah. I
I don't
feel
know, it
like that's
just
just
doesn't feel
inevitable. You're
realistic.
gonna be a maxed account. There's no
Mm.
way they're gonna limit you.
I mean, I think because Jagex will be creating uh the content, they can just do whatever they want,
Yeah.
and that'll just be the rule. Yeah, I don't. It's not for me, but sure, a lot of people love it.
All right. Big Dad asks favorite and least favorite updates slash changes to Iron Man meta. And
Oh,
then he also asks any coveted collection log slots or slots you are most proud of or want real bad. Let's cover the first one. So, what are your
hmm.
favorite and least favorite? Let's talk favorite update to the Iron Man meta.
Yes, I think it's quite distinction. Like it's meta, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
so, it's like what like the best way to like guess your account to the coveted 200 all, but uh, something implemented by Jaggers is an update. So for me, I think for my playstyle, it's gotta be Vorkath. Like it just revolutionized how you play. It has a kind of nostalgic feel because back in the day when Dungeoneering was out, there was a monster called Frost Dragons. It's similar in the fact that it's a dragon and it's blue, and it was basically the money printer back then. So quite
Interesting.
similar, but it just gives me nostalgia just killing Vorkath because it reminds me of when I killed Frost Dragons all day to like unlock the like new items and that. Yeah.
Were there any
I,
downsides to Vorkath?
well,
Like, do you kind of wish it wasn't a thing, or are there pretty much just positive things in
I think
mind?
well for me, I'm not necessarily a very completely traditional skiller. I like having a bit of PVM into it. So yeah, I think not necessarily any negatives. I
20.
think some people, I
Okay.
think it does like centralize the meta around Warcraft, but even now it's not as bad as it used to be because like there's stuff like Hydra, you can save money
Yeah,
doing
that's true.
stuff like Mahogany Home. So I don't, I think it's good.
You've killed 26,000 Vorkath.
Yeah, quite a
That
lot.
that is. Oh my god. I haven't even killed 2,000, and that boss just pisses me off. It's so boring. Like it's so boring.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, it's
what
boring,
kept you
but
what kept you going? Was it just the fact that it's so good that you, even if maybe it was boring, you just saw like the end result and
like
it's just like shit.
yeah, it's the resources like
It's
it's so
just so
good. Like
disgusting.
if you kill Vorkath, it sets you up for crafting, prayer, money for other skills.
Yeah.
Gives you a lot of Slay XP as well. I
Yep.
think 26,000 would be like 18 mil Slayer XP.
Jesus.
Doing some napkin math there, but yeah, it just sets up your account honestly for everything.
Yeah, that's even watching Fat Clouds do it for a year. It's like,
Yeah,
geez, this is just
I
like
would
you.
say that I still get burnt out on it. Like,
I was gonna say because like you get the blue dragon task and you like I'm assuming you slaughter it, correct?
I've gone through my period slowing it. I don't know anymore.
Because I'm just like, oh my god, like you just get like back to back to back to back Vorkath and you're just doing it all day every day. Like that's gotta
Yeah,
just that's gotta be so rough. I don't know.
yeah,
You just gotta
that's
see the end result though. That's the thing. What do you?
yeah. I mean, it's boring, but it's kind of low intensity enough to just have something in the background. Like you can watch like a stream or like video, or just like go on Discord sometimes.
So did you
Yeah, I don't know.
range it usually or melee?
I did a bit of ranging, but mainly meleeing. I just preferred the pace of meleeing.
Nice. Yeah, you definitely are not the traditional skiller where like you
No,
try to avoid PVM and just try to do everything skilling. Because
yeah,
I'm looking at your account right now. You have quite a bit of boss
yeah,
cases.
decent amount. So I think for me, I do prefer the gameplay of PvM, but I don't get the same sort of like count progression satisfaction from it. That's why I've mainly skilled for, I say, probably 89% of my time on the game.
Okay.
It's a lot more relaxing as well.
What's your least favorite change to the Iron Man meta?
Oh, what's happened in my time? I don't know. It's quite hard to think about. See, I'm fairly update positive, and I am very fortunate in time in the sense that after 2019 there hasn't been too much devaluation to the game, so I can't even think about, oh no, I lost so and so hours.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's not something for me. I don't know.
What are your thoughts on going for 200 mils like quickly? Do you,
In what sense? Like,
so I always hear of Vaddy going for 200 mil thieving. Just he got it and now he just he like regrets it because now there's updates that come out that make thieving like worthwhile.
mm, yeah, I guess if you want to be a quote unquote like super efficient, like you don't lose as much time, it's probably better to stay well-rounded at this point because there's not necessarily going to be drastic updates in the future, I think, but there will be a little bit that makes you like lose time, like say something like I guess elf thieving. A lot of people love doing that
Yeah.
because like they want to get crystal shards, but I guess like, someone who's like 200 with thieving they won't be able to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can see at that point, but I don't know. I think finishing a skill, there's quite um somewhat of a relief and a sense of achievement from it that I wouldn't necessarily give up. I think like you wanna, if you find a skill that you love, you really wanna just stick to it as long as like it doesn't like no, if you think it won't negatively impact your count too
Yeah.
much. Because at the end of the day, you finish the skill. Like you just have to look at the future.
Yep.
Like you don't lose time necessarily because you finish it. In a way, you finished it. Like yeah,
Yeah. No, it's true.
it's definitely worse back then. Like there's a lot of like multi-skilling updates nowadays, but I
Yeah.
don't know.
That's
I think a good tip is you have to mentally convince yourself that you can just go for like smaller milestones like 50 mils, 100 mils, or whatever you want to go for.
so. What do you think about giant seaweed and sand, like the sandstorm thingy? Because I know you didn't really play back when it was just like hopping charters and shit. But I want to hear
I'm
from
My
you.
first 99 was actually hopping charters.
Oh, okay.
I'm I'm pretty, I guess people call me steel skin because I've done kind of just the hop skills like smithing straight to Jamil.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. How was that, by the way? Do you like it?
Honestly, you have to have the right mental for it.
Yeah, I'm assuming so. The thing
Like
is,
you
like,
have to
smithing is
accept
fast
that.
though. Like, as if you have all the
Yeah,
GP and shit,
yeah, it's
it's pretty
easily
fast.
above 300k. And when I started like doing the two client method, it started going honestly really fun.
That's cool.
Because like even if like this competition, you just beat them. You're too fast. Like bind them. It's just great. But
That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah, fast skill is just definitely an advantage.
Yeah.
But for sandstone, I don't know. I
Look,
don't think charters was a good meta.
yeah. No, I agree. And I think it kind of comes back to the people that hold on to like the old school feel that like hopping charters and like the traditional gathering sand through the sand pits
Yeah,
was like the way. But honestly, I was a huge fan of giant seaweed and the sand. I was mainly a huge fan of sands, like the sandstone turning into sand.
yeah.
Like
I
that is
think
just cool. That's the
yeah,
same thing I
that's
want
cool.
with gold
I really
rocks.
love it because it kind of gives people an introduction to like uh kind of gatherers. It for some people it might give them a sense of purpose, like oh, I have to mine sand instead of okay, I'm mining iron ore, granite straight to 99. It kind of compartmentalizes the journey. I
Yeah,
think that's really important. Like
absolutely.
the average player is not very committed to a long grind, so they need like a somewhat a tangible goal to work towards. So that'll
Hmm.
be like what, like 20,000 sand or whatever you need for your Zenites or whatever they want to get nowadays. But yeah, I think it's good, and also for the people who want to get into like efficient skilling, like it's a pretty easy manipulation method. So yeah, it was yeah. I think I learned taking from there actually.
Yeah,
That was pretty fun.
I like the I like that.
I,
I really like
I,
mining sandstone. I think it's cool.
I think my only negatives is I think giant seaweed is a bit too overpowered. Like
It is
you
a
literally
little bit
just
overpowered.
yeah. I think with Atus and Ultra, you literally get 100 harvests every time, and by that point you probably get your spores respawn.
Yeah, no, I do think giant seaweed maybe it was a little OP. Um,
Yeah, I think
I
like
kind of
everything
I don't
outside
know.
of sandstone is far too AFK for my liking. But
Yeah,
the alternative is charters, so I don't know. It's what it is.
I just like how they've utilized different skills to help crafting out. So like there is farming, there's mining, and
There's magic.
magic. Yep. The only thing I wish, and I've talked about this before, is letting you get those wire from whatever the hell place that is, the cave goblin wire. If you could get that quicker, and then you could go around the city fixing those lamps. Like I thought that would just be so cool. Instead of giving fire making XP, give crafting XP. So like
That'd be funny.
so after all the orbs have been crafted and everything, then instead of just having them sit in your bank, there's another method where you can just run around the fucking city and just fix these lamps for like EHP rates of crafting. Like, I thought that would just be so cool
You
because
you probably don't know this, but if the Dorgish Khan, what we say, light ores were tradable, it would be crafting meta for mains. Because you can
oh yeah, because you could just
I don't think
spam
there's a make
those.
X interface. You can just spam it
Yeah,
on the
no,
wires.
it's I've seen people that blow their own glass like that and then just buy a shit ton of cave goblin wire and yeah, you
Yeah.
just spam it and you get like a mil
Mm.
crafting XP per hour, like at least.
Like people the mains they don't like it, but their theory craft like you can do artifacts on their main account, and when you've got your light orbs, you can bank them and make cave goblin wires, something like that, and then it's like over air plus or super good.
Yeah, no, that's got to be really good. And it's actually
Yeah.
fun. Like I've done my little fair share of like collecting cave goblin wire because I just think
Where do you get them
it's
from?
just
Do you
charming.
thieve them?
You can thieve them, but you can also just steal them directly from the cave goblin wire machine.
Okay.
So they spawn every like 9 ticks, I think, which is like horribly slow.
Yeah,
But
that'd be pretty insane. Yeah, I don't know. I do like how there's like very niche skill methods out there.
Yeah. No, it's just like little things like that. The same thing. I think the same thing about like gold. You know, gold buying is always going to be the meta, but I think it would be cool as if you could actually mine gold quicker. Gold rocks take so fucking long to mine.
I think if you could do 3 tick 4G but 3 tick 4 gold,
Yeah.
oof, if you did that for superheating, that would be an insane method to do. But
Yeah. Like shit like that would be
uh
fun where you're like
yeah.
instead of just
I
doing
think
mining and then smithing.
I checked the numbers and I don't think they work out currently. Even if he had like a super high success rate.
Yeah, you would well,
It's probably way too intense for people to genuinely want to do it over just buy gold.
yeah, but what you would do is like if there was a bank close enough, you would just bank the gold ore instead of superheating it all the time. Like you would just
Yeah,
three tick
that could be a
4G
thing,
mine and then
but mm, no.
it de-
I think the numbers just unless they do
no,
a
they would have to make
gold
gold
machine.
they'd have to make gold really like they'd have to raise the success rate big time.
Yeah, success rate, or you get like a gold cube or whatever it is, and that gives you more.
No,
I can't
no, no,
see
no, no.
them doing that
No
though.
gold cubes. No. Okay, so this is my opinion. I would actually, you know what? I'm trying to be unbiased about it, but a lot of people have been wanting, what are they called? Living rock caverns, I think they call them. There's like these
Yeah.
things where you just, it's basically like a day. What I have in my mind, again, I've never actually done it, but
What?
it's
Okay.
it's sort of like a day alt rock where you just fucking sit there and mine
Yeah,
gold.
I remember the days. I did do a little bit. You kind of just run like to the end of the map and just mine it.
Isn't that like
I don't know. I just don't
boring?
think it's too interesting as a map.
I don't like that. I
That's
wish
why
it
I
was
was
had the
coming out
old
with like the
school.
superheat because you just kind of like sit there in AFK. You just superheat the gold bars and drop it.
Mm.
I think that's what I did. And back in OS2, their smithing was not good. Let's talk about, dude, Blast Bonus is OP as fuck. What the
It
hell?
is. It is. Especially with all
I'm
the quality of
surprised
life
people don't.
updates.
Yeah, it's so good. Like you just grab a. They added a bank chest. They automated
Yeah.
the pumping. It's just insane.
Now it honestly, blast furnace. If you have all, I think blast furnace when you have all the ores already in your bank, it's pretty chill. I don't know
Yeah,
about the whole competing thing. That sounds like just
competing is not fun, but
yeah.
I don't know. You just can't.
Just get
For
used to
me,
it.
you have to get over the mental block
Yep.
because you're still getting good rates.
No, and that's how it was. Like my first hardcore Ironman, that's how I imagine charters were because like charters there was always competition because that was like the meta. But you
Yeah,
just embrace that there's going to be competition at all times of the day.
I think for me it helps having. Well, I was working part time for like when I was doing 200 mil smithing, so I could play during the dead hours. And being European is very useful because I literally play during the dead hours. And if I was someone like Australian, it would not be good because I'll be constantly on 300 ping.
Yeah,
If I'm American, I would be awake during the most crowd hours. So I think I would definitely have a skewed perception of the method because of that, because I can actually do the method at
that's true.
quieter times. Yeah, I don't know.
So
Definitely happy to finish the skill.
what are some of your coveted collection log slots or ones that you
Oof.
want or are you most proud of?
Oh, I think that'll be one item that is. Yeah, I've been guessing. Bit Java darkness.
Jar of Darkness.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what KC did you get that?
Uh, oh my God. I was being a melon, dude. I was like 5 times the rate of Skatiza pet. So I was crying about it in like some like solitary Discord, and then I just got the jar. I was like, no way. And suddenly a spoon.
That's fucking insane. Jar of
Yeah.
Darkness is so. Wait, what jars are you missing? Or are you missing quite a
Uh,
few still?
I'm missing 5. I have Corp, Nightmare, Hydra, Fermi, and Kraken.
Bruh,
So
you
it's
got to get
just
those.
uh, Nightmare's the brick wall for me mentally because you know the rate. It's 1 in 4K.
Yeah, Fasani's.
Yeah, just
It's
insane.
insane.
I,
Yeah.
I, I don't understand the logic between jar rates.
um, is there any Iron Man that has all jars?
Maybe not anymore,
I think.
because you kind of need a jar of darkness.
Yeah. No, that's literally it.
That's the
So
brick
if you
wall.
have that, you can actually get
Yeah,
first one to all jars.
I think nowadays probably not because they added like what, like 4 jars, like Nightmare, Fermi, Corp, and maybe one more.
There was another one I can't remember.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to have all jars just because it's kind of a cool flex, but at the end of the day, it's just pointless. So unless I get a jar from Night Fasani, I won't go for it.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah. No.
And Fasani's not on high on my priorities.
Okay. Box Terrier asks, "What's your favorite skilling method?" Uh, favorite con. Okay, let's just cover the first one. He's got a bunch of different questions. Favorite skilling method.
Um, I can't say one. I'm a skill hopper, so even my favorite skill methods I do get bored of. First I say Sepulture, Barb Law, Blackchins. I think they'll be my three. They're just super fun, very engaging, pretty different pace. Quite unique as well. All three of them. Like they're not necessarily very popular things to do.
All right, let's talk about it. Sepulcher. What are the good things about Sepulcher and what are the bad things about Sepulcher?
Bad things, you're not doing RD. The good things, you aren't doing RD. RD is
I'm
so
doing Artie
relaxing.
right now, by the way, to get
All right.
marks of grace.
Ooh. Have you heard about there's a way to like force spawn Monster Greats?
What? How?
Yeah.
I want to know right now. Is it complicated?
Credit to So Iron Bruh. He's from the Iron Skate community. You kind of when you get a Mark of Grace, you can't get another one for like
A
a
few
set period of
laps.
time.
Yeah, something like that.
Whatever it is, I don't know the mechanics behind it, but basically what you do is you run a lap, and that kind of spawns the Mark of Grace. You can either choose to pick it up and finish the lap, or just get out and then run another lap, then pick it up. And then while the time is ticking down until your next mark race, you do something else. So like maybe like bank skill or whatever, like I don't know, fish or whatever. But the point is, you're at RD to get marks of grace, right?
Yeah,
So it increases your effective marks of grace per hour
but the
if you're
agility
doing an
XP is
efficient
shit.
method while
Wait,
there's
so
downtime.
would you just climb up initially to see the mark of grace and then teleport out, or do you complete the entire lap still?
I don't know the mechanics. I can always link you
Yeah,
a
I
thing
would
if you're
love to see
interested.
that. That's actually really interesting. I wonder how much of an improvement it is. And then I'd also have to find something to do bank standing. Because I'll just
Yeah,
do herb lore or something.
yeah, it's
Interesting.
very good for a skiller. Like you can just kind of reduce your RD time and do more support at faster agility rates. I'd imagine. I think when I calculated it, I don't know if there's been optimization, but you can do well. You get the same marks of grace per hour basically, but you spend less time. So
Mm,
efficiently, probably like 30-40% better. I don't know, something like that.
shit.
Very solid method.
So what do you think about Sepulcher's XP rates?
Uh, they are very inflated for sure. Like I imagine you'd have like Dang Lisak or Randy say it, but it's definitely the biggest update for a long time, at least from when I've been playing. That
Absolutely.
nuked the hours you need to play. But I think for the effort that you put in, it is somewhat okay
Yeah.
because Arnie is
Already you
probably
don't
the
even need to
easiest
look at your
method.
fucking computer.
Yeah, you just you just click like every 5 seconds or whatever.
It's honestly
So
like
yeah,
looking back, like this truly is like I think Rooftops came out in like what 2014 or like late 2013 or something like that. I'm just
yeah.
thinking like, dude, this is exactly what just a shitty old school like true to the old school's charm update is. Just fucking click. Like, oh, next obstacle, click. Like, god
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, I'd definitely say Sepultura. I think the effort reward kind of mentality does fit, as in like you've got something like VM versus Granite, you can kind of chill at VM or put more effort at Granite.
Mm-hmm.
There's that. I think in that sort of sense, it's fine. It's just like it kind of blew out of nowhere, and Jaggers did not want to promise an XP rate, or they did half-heartedly, and then it's just skyrocketed. Well, it's just the
Yeah,
nature of
no.
something like that is very hard to balance because
Yeah, Husky talked about it. The
people
skill gap
people
is
optimize it.
it's impossible to balance it because you're gonna have some shitty person or not shitty person, but just some person that's shit at Sepulcher and he's getting like 40k XP an hour when they promised 80k or whatever.
I think on release they did balance the XP you get from completing a lap based on how much time you had left.
Yeah, that
So
was
I don't
weird.
know if they didn't consider the top end XPR from then on. I think on release maybe it wasn't as OP, but I don't know.
I just remember Ari slash crying that he couldn't get past floor like 3 or something.
Yeah, everyone has the growing pains with Sepultura. But
couldn't
Jesus.
couldn't fucking solve it.
So I think in the last month there's a player called Tupaki who did a 30 hour of agility. I think it averaged 103k per hour, something ridiculous.
Jesus. That's
Yeah, 30 hours.
insane.
30 hours is over in a day of continuous agility.
Does he
That's the bullshit
have
is.
like additional plugins? I just think to myself like,
No, I don't think it does.
bruh, you fuck up like that last thing like a few times. Like there's no way you're getting 100k XP an hour.
I think for what it's worth, I don't think plugins are too big there.
They
I
really
think
aren't. I guess when you
really
spend enough time there.
you need true tile and
Yeah, True
true
Tile's
tile and
huge.
GPU is very good. And if you know the timings and sort of what to do with each obstacle, you
I
can kind of
I
coast. It's just
do I do also forget
crazy how you
he
keep it.
there's no way he was looting anything, right? Even the final chest to get 100k.
I can check his record.
Because I think he would have to skip everything, which is fine.
Yeah, I mean, if he's doing a record like that, I imagine he skip.
Yeah. But I mean, you could still get, I mean, like really high
Yes, he
90s
skipped.
to 100k just like with
Yeah,
looting the final
yeah.
chest.
Honestly, yeah, you can kind of coast. Actually, I don't even know if he skipped. I think it was Tijimi feet. But anyways,
That's insane though. Wow.
I think you kind of peak at like 105, 106k. That's probably like the 6 hour, the best one so far, which is just ridiculous.
But
I
that's
remember
like
literally on release, like a lot of people who like trying to do EXP rates, they were saying, "Oh no, it's too hard. You can't even get 90k. Keep it at 85 or something like that."
yeah.
And yeah, it's just blowing through the roof.
Yeah. But that is like Sepulcher is so fucking good because it's actual skill. Like you can't start out at 100k XP an hour because you have no fucking clue what you're doing. Like
I
that's
think
like such a cool skilling method.
skin Sepulture is very, very unique for a skinning method because there's naturally a bit more variety to it. For some people, that'll be very enjoyable. Others, not so much. It kind of takes, say, I don't know, probably 1,000 laps or something before it becomes like very kind of brain off and
Yeah, that's true.
robotic to like just close through it.
So
Yeah, I think it's a very good.
I've also seen you're a fucking beast at catching black chins. I saw one of your tweets a while ago showing your like I
Yeah,
want to say it was like 280k XP an hour.
yeah, I got 280k. Yeah,
That's pretty
such a
fucking
fun
nuts.
method.
So yeah,
I just
that's
love
another
the
method
rhythm
that's
of it.
that's similar to Sepulcher, where it's like you just need to spend a lot of time here to start really
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
everything
You
efficient.
really have to understand the mechanics behind bot strapping and have pretty accurate clicks.
Yes, that's the other thing. It's pretty
Yeah,
crazy how accurate you need to be sometimes.
yeah. I think I don't know. I started getting a bit better as like I don't know, it's just practice, and I started realizing that the most important thing is you don't want to lose ticks
Yeah.
on your main, because sure you can like miss a black chin shooting, but I think it's more important to keep the number of traps you can recycle per hour high.
Mm,
I think you talked about this on B5's podcast. There's like little mechanics where like it can't uh attract the chin until it's like out for like 20 ticks or something.
yeah. And then it can just randomly just break because
Yeah,
I don't
there's
know
like
how he
a concept
described it.
called dead traps where like
Yeah.
sort of the box trap kind of attracts the NPC. It attacks it and then or the chin auto retaliates. And if two box traps do that, the second box trap that hasn't caught it is gonna still think it's alive or something like that. Basically,
It's
it can't
so
go. Yeah,
the way he described it was so interesting. The box is attacking the Chinchompa and then it retaliates
yeah.
the Chinchompa to come
It's
towards it.
something called like yeah.
So interesting.
It has like a they call it like a null NPC. So under the box trap, they the null NPC attacks the chin, and then the chin retaliates.
If you guys haven't listened to that one, by the way, the B5 cast is pretty fucking
Mm.
five head. It's a five head
Kind
cast. So
of yeah. Black chin has a lot of history. Very good
yeah.
method.
So what do you think about it being
Very
in the
very good.
wilderness? Do you think that's like a good thing?
Um.
And do you get
Yeah.
interrupted
No.
a lot, or are you pretty like chill there? Like how many
I mean, let's
chins do
be
you catch before
honest.
you bank?
When I get forced to bank, basically,
Okay, so you'll
no
like you
balls.
just never die, really. It's just
I haven't died, so actually, I died once. Do you know how I died?
how
I answered the fucking door.
out in
The
the
one
wilderness.
time,
You
yeah.
you
So
just know like the one time you have to go answer a door. There's no way a PK is gonna come, but that'll be the one time they do come.
yeah, that's a mistake. Not doing that again.
That's so unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would do the
I
same thing
think
at
with
Callisto. Just fucking
yeah,
AFK there, be like, oh, door.
I think black chins is fine. Because you're kind of sat with like a bitty bruise. You can't really die
Yeah.
unless you get unlucky with a very good team.
Yeah,
I
you would
don't
need
think
a
you can die.
crazy good team, and yeah,
That being said, I think the thing that I've been struggling with or scared with is full both crystal. That shit hits so hard in wilderness.
yeah,
It's like the only PK I'm scared of currently.
yeah. But if you ever like encounter like a solo PKer or just like two people or something, it's like it's so hard to die. It always comes
Yeah,
like when there's like an actual team, like full ancestral and everything.
yeah. I think in 2021, it's not bad like Black Chins.
Yeah,
I don't get ragged enough. I don't really care. I think if you had a different playstyle and you want to do Black Chins all day, it might not be as fun.
yeah, that's
Because
true.
if you're playing at peak time, it definitely can get pretty busy.
Yeah. Okay. Favorite content to listen to or watch during RS?
Sae Bae. Sae Bae on Twitch.
Oh shit. Who?
Nah. Sort of kidding. I I like I think Twitch is very good.
Twitch
Just
is nice.
yeah,
Everything's just new, you know? Like you're not watching anything pre-recorded. It's like, no, this is just fucking happening right
mm,
now.
yeah. It's nice just it's like having someone to talk to, like
Yeah.
on Twitch. A bit of
Yeah.
music, it's good. Other than that,
So
yeah,
what do
sometimes
you prefer, like YouTube or Twitch, you'd say?
a bit of both really. Like sometimes I like watching Twitch. There's some content I like, but other times YouTube. It really depends on my mood.
Do you ever just listen to music? Or do you need to be like watching something?
Mm. I can't focus when I'm doing just music.
Hmm.
Like I don't know. I need something in the background basically.
Yeah.
I'm not definitely a music only person.
Interesting. Okay. How much do you consider potential future updates into your macro plan to 200 mil all or completionist goals?
Um,
Are you constantly
uh,
like looking at the new updates and shit like that and evaluating?
less so now. I used to be very big in trying to predict it, but it's too hard to say.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, I think the rate of devaluation is going down. So I, I don't know, I don't care about it anymore. I guess the only thing I'm planning is doing RC late because if basically with a slow skills, if there's a marginal increase in terms of raw XP per hour, it's going to have a bigger effect proportionally.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's quite easy to go from RC being 63k to 90k compared to something like smithing going from 300 to 500
Yeah.
to make that example. But I don't know. I think at this point I'm nearly halfway, so I'll just go from there. Just ride it through. For completionist stuff, I do completionist stuff just for fun if I'm ever feeling burnt out. So I just keep it that way, so I'm not too bothered about devaluation from that point of view.
Yeah. So
Like for example, I open my elite clue caskets every all the time.
I want to ask. So let's imagine that you have now achieved 200 mil all in your skills. Like, what would you do at that point?
Hopefully log out, but I don't know.
Do you have any true like long term completionist goals, or would you just feel like you've completed the game?
Uh, Probably just go for like all items or something. But I did play a bit less, but I don't know. I think for me, I'm kind of burnt out of games, so I don't really play that many games of RuneScape anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I just like the feeling of progression. So if I'm still got time to play games, I'll definitely play RuneScape.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. Like you definitely are like you said, 90 like 80 to 90% skilling. The rest is like just PVM and collection, whatever.
Yeah.
But do you feel there is do you feel like it would be better for a player to play toward 200 mil exclusively or like to get 200 mil
Well,
all exclusively or to do
that's
the mixture?
a very personal thing that you want to go for. Because I think the alternative is you could just skill and like just do more IL, like just like that, have a like a side hobby, like just not playing RuneScape. I think that's perfectly fine. But for me, I definitely prefer playing the game a lot. So if I wasn't like PvPing a bit, I'd probably just be logged out. So
Mm,
it just comes out the same to me. But yeah, I think it's just personal.
yeah.
You can't really decide that.
That is interesting you say that because I think I've talked to trying to think of who I talked to on one of the casts, but they were just talking about like how this game isn't that fun unless you can invest tons of hours into it. Like when you can truly just like envelop yourself in the game and just really compete, that's when it becomes the most fun. But if you only had like 3 hours a day, this just wouldn't even be the game that this person would play.
Yeah, I've been working for like the last 5 months, so I probably did change a bit of my play style, but at the end of the day, it's still progression. You have to kind of visualize it for yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I
Um.
guess as a joke, my biggest message for Toon Jamal, quit while you can. It's probably more fun hobby you can do for less time. But I don't know. Up to you guys.
Okay. Yoda's Yoda asks, a newly max player wants to get into skilling post max, learn about more efficient methods, macro iron methods, and just get better and enjoy skilling post gaining levels, unlocking stuff. I'm struggling with this, Jesus Christ. What would you tell them? Let me reread this. A newly max player wants to get into skilling post max, learn about more efficient methods, macro iron methods, and just get better and enjoy skilling post. I'm butchering it again. Something's off. Anyway, what would you tell them?
Get what I mean. So
You get it.
I think the key is experimentation. You want to kind of play around with different skills, try to get really good at them. Like every skill I tried to pick up, I was like, okay, what are the methods to this? Can I get a good hour? Can I get like a good session with it? Can I truly say that I've like being perfect? I like the method, and if I like it enough, I will continue with it. There's also sort of like discovery, innovation, trying to figure out what works in the method, something new you can put into it. Kind of sort of stuff to take off the mind that the grind is quite long. So yeah, just experimentation, finding something that works for you, and just be open to change. Like you have to be willing to try new things, but at the same time not get beat down with like, oh, this is EHP, you have to do it. That's not necessarily the case. Just do something that you find fun or at the very least bearable and just work from there.
I think, yeah, I agree with that. You got to experiment as well. Got to see what you like, especially like
Yeah,
when you first max. At least most players that first max, it's like, what do I do now?
the game begins. Like
Yeah.
if you're like a skiller maxing, the game begins from there.
You know what's funny is, hey Jace, I always see him as after 200 mil all, then the game began. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
It's like he was stuck like getting to 200 mil all so he could start the game. It's funny.
Yeah, he has a lot of fun. I feel like
Yeah.
he has more fun nowadays.
Yeah, no, it's interesting seeing that. Because I feel like he was always kind of into PVM. He'd always use his Jace Demon account
Yeah.
to PVM. I don't know if it
Mm.
was for content or if he like really enjoyed it, but it seemed like he really enjoyed just PVMing. So
Yeah, I
shit like
think
that.
I'm sort of cut from the same cloth as AJ's probably playstyle was. Like we love the progression of the account, but
Yeah.
mm, PVM came second.
So do you have any plan to try out Group Ironman? Or are you truly dedicated to this account?
No plans, unfortunately. For me, it doesn't offer anything new, and there's also the caveat of for me, it's a temporary game mode because eventually you have friends or like your partners quitting.
You have to, like, for me, I think so I keep thinking about it more and more and more as the days go by. And I honestly think I'm gonna do a duo group Ironman by myself.
No way.
I think I am, but it's going to be very low key. I'm not gonna like go hard on it or anything. It's just gonna be like on the side. And how I'm gonna play it, I think, is have one account that's just like my little like servant that walks around everywhere and just like is my bank. And then I'm gonna have like the main guy that like does stuff. Because I think there are some really cool methods that you can use that like it would be really cool to have a portable bank next to you that's just always following you, you know?
Why would you not play a main at that point? That's what I'm
Because it's
trying
a
to get
new
at.
fresh high scores. That's the difference. That's literally the whole difference. It's
Okay,
new.
that's fair.
Um, but I don't know. There's just something kind of cool, and I've been kind of theory crafting of what are some interesting things to do on a duo group Ironman by yourself, where you just have a portable dude that just is your servant butler going around everywhere. I don't know. I've been theory crafting, so I think that's what I'll do. I am 100% putting in. I'm going to continue to put in like all my energy here, basically. But like, if I'm just chilling or I'm doing something AFK on this account, I will definitely like focus a little bit more on that one.
Yeah, I always like. So the reason I skill hop is I'm a believer that you can kind of cater your activity, your energy level. So if I'm feeling fresh, I'll do something intensive. If I'm tired, I'll do something relaxed. And I would not use my uh, time when I'm like fresh, just alternate accounts, personally.
Yeah, no, I can definitely understand that.
That's kind of my crux of why I necessarily don't like playing alts. And I don't get the same sense of progression from. playing alt. So yeah, just my main account.
Yeah. No, I think we kind of have the same mindset. Same thing with Hey Jace. Like he likes his one account,
I think
progressing everything on that one account.
there is a possibility of me playing leagues. I've never given it a try. I might do it on my alt because I need to get some rune crafting done at some point. Hit the day, hit the souls.
I'm surprised you're. So, what is the reason why you're going to do leagues? Because you are very much into progression and something that gets
Um,
deleted.
I think I need a bit of change.
Okay. Is it for? Do you think you're going to compete? Like, going
Not
to go hard or just for fun?
just for fun. Don't seem like stuff competing too much. Maybe
I
if I
feel like
like
if
it
I
enough.
ever did leagues, I'd have to go super hard to like really enjoy it, or else I would just burn out after like 4 days.
Yeah, maybe.
I'll
I
need to
don't know.
try it as well, though.
I think I think just gameplay wise, it's something fresh that you can just kind of get stuck into.
Okay. Danny asks, please ask him why his bank organization is such a mess. Is it?
Um, so here's in my kind of like friendship Discord. Uh, it has people like Hawkzard, Jukebox. So a lot of we've got quite pedigree in our Discord. Let's say because. But yeah, basically, I wanted to clean my bank. I sent in a picture of my bank, and it was basically unorganized. Basically, ever since the bank tab plugin came out, I haven't bothered sorting out my bank, so I kind of got ripped up for not having a clean bank.
Bruh, bank tag layouts is crazy.
Yeah, it's just insane.
This shit's so good, dude. Like,
So convenient.
it's so good. Oh my god. Like, I always imagined, before that plugin was everything, I always imagined a plugin that would kind of be like that. But they actually, like, exceeded my desires, basically. I never even thought it could be that good. But I was always thinking, like, that'd be really
Yeah,
cool if you could
so
just have, like, a certain layout, like,
yeah, bank tabs has always been there, but then they added like custom layouts,
yeah,
so you could put items in the place you want it to
that
be.
was the insane thing.
Yeah, it's just insane.
And you can, like, do duplicates and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that is crazy.
What would you use the duplicates for? I never
The
thought about.
duplicates is really just for like if you're just gonna spam click. So I'm like a horizontal clicker, so I'll just go like up down up down up
Okay.
down like a cross. And if you need to grab like 3 prayer pots or whatever, you can just duplicate them twice, and you can just keep the spam
Okay.
instead of right clicking them.
Right.
So it's
Uh,
like niche, but it's still cool.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, bank tag layouts
I
is
guess in
insane.
general, I think plugins are just insane nowadays.
But could you play without them? Could you play on vanilla? Would you still go hard on this game on vanilla?
I'll try, but I think the essence of plugins is they make it so much more brain dead to play this game.
Yeah. But it's not really
So,
like brain dead. It's just okay. I always heard this thing growing up in like elementary school is like they would always say scientists and mathematicians are lazy. They'll do anything to make things easier and easier. Like I always remember growing up hearing that shit, and that's totally
yeah.
true. Like, because I don't think it's you. I don't know.
Would you say you're more of a science or arts person? That'll be like
Ooh,
going back to my academic roots.
ooh. Okay, so I listen to a few podcasts that talk about like science and like super deep shit, like
Okay.
super deep, whatever the hell in science. And so I think I'd probably say science, but I still am a big fan of like art and like music and stuff like that. But
Okay, fair enough.
yeah, what
I'd
about you?
say uh pretty analytical really.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely science.
yeah,
I like breaking down things to do and just optimizing thing. And I can be a very serious person at times.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's definitely allowed a lot of people to just understand the game more, plugins. Just someone get better, but at the same time, it's a lot easier to get better when you don't have ambiguity of say like where is this NPC's actual true tile, uh, little tile markers, stuff like that.
Hmm.
And I guess that's just what the game is nowadays. Like it's never going to change.
Do you ever make spreadsheets on like your gaming?
Yeah, I've done it before. Um,
I
I
just
think
ask because you're into.
I kind of got burned out of doing that
Mm,
because just breaking everything down to science does get boring.
yeah, and it's almost like, what's the point? I could just go do it right now.
Mm. Half time I did it to pass the time. Half time I did it because it's kind of fun trying to
Yeah, it
figure stuff
is.
out.
It's like organize things as well. I think that's pretty fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's something I kind of wish. Like, it's one of those things that it'd be kind of cool. Like the thought of it's cool, but I'll never actually do it because I'm just too lazy. But like the thought of it's really cool. Like I see like the Olympus spreadsheet and like
yeah.
everything like that. It's really cool.
So there's the ranking sheet which I do use a lot because it gives you somewhat of like the true efficiency of like bosses. So like
Yeah,
obviously you get the supplies and a bit of XP from it if you like doing slab bosses. And from that I can figure out what's a good boss to do for a like finisher skill.
yeah.
And that gives me a bit more variety in what I want to do in my gameplay.
I have to just fucking shout out Olympus. Like who? I don't know who the people are that make that sheet. If it's a collaborative effort.
Yeah, it'll be collaborative. So he would be like Higer, obviously.
Yeah,
He runs the ESP sheet.
that dude's a
I think
machine.
yeah, I think it's definitely a collaboration of a lot of people.
Because
Be
that
like
whole
Trisk, the old leaders as
yeah,
well.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. The adjusted boss EHB is just like
yeah, it's
wow,
nice to look
that's
at.
just fucking cool.
Mm.
Like it's so cool to me. It's something that like coming from solitary into Olympus, I never even thought it could go that
Yeah,
deep. You know?
yeah. Shout out to all the spreadsheet makers in this community.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. A cold one asks, with only long and tedious grinds left, how do you stay motivated?
It's a struggle, honestly. Like it's such a long thing. You kind of have to just not think about the end. Like it just takes too long. So you kind of basically you got to distract yourself with what other things that are
Funny.
possible. So it's just like Discord, Twitch, or
So
whatever.
I need to ask, some people really, I don't know, I feel like it's when people get really close to the finish line, they think, man, I kind of wish this grind was longer. Like, do you almost feel like, what's a good way to phrase this? I don't know. There's like a difference of like when you first start out and you're like, oh my god, there's too many hours, and then like by the time you're finishing, you're like, shit, like I kind of wish this could keep going because I'm actually like loving it now.
I wish I had that experience. Currently,
But you're
not
only like
yet.
halfway through, you say, right? About
I'm
maybe a little
just
bit more.
under.
Oh, just under, really.
Just on EHP, yeah.
Okay. So
So
maybe you're
a
feeling
long
that way
way to
because you've
go.
only done half.
Yeah,
But maybe when you get to like 90%, you're like, damn, like it's actually coming to an end. This has been really fun.
maybe. I think there's so many hours to play, so I try not to think about it too much.
Mm.
But yeah, I don't know. At least for me, my brain works. I just want to distract myself from what I'm doing because at the end of the day, skilling can be quite boring.
Yeah.
So I do need other mediums to distract me, and this kind of game kind of gives me a sense of progression with what I'm doing. So yeah,
Okay. Um.
I think for some people, getting into communities is good for you. Maybe for others, it's not. So it's kind of personal what works for you.
Yeah. What about you?
Having
Do you
having some
join communities?
having a friend kind of can push you is very good.
I just don't know how players play this game without being in some sort of clan, like going long term with this game. Like I think of Link's Titan. I swear to God, he wasn't part of like anything. He just fucking did his thing.
Yeah, I don't know. They cut from a different cloth.
That dude's insane. Link's Titan. I wonder, dude. We should have a Link's Titan Cast. Wonder if I could ever get a hold of him.
Yeah, podcast 50. That'd be good.
Okay.
Uh,
USB asks, or he doesn't really, or yeah, I guess he does ask. I heard you dropped a Tebow at Vespula one time. Can you tell us about this?
oh man, how can I describe it? So I got a I got a pretty early Tebow, so it doesn't really sting that much. Got it at 100 KC, I think. So yeah, it's pretty fun. So I was getting into raiding, and then obviously I didn't have drop warnings on, which I guess recommend everyone to have at this point. I don't know. I went to Vespula, and then I was gonna shoot the boss, but then I dropped it, and then I thought I dropped it Brew instead. So I was like sticking there. Okay, where's my item? Where's my weapon to kill Vespula? I don't have it. I was like, okay, I don't have it, so I'll just leave the CC. But then,
Oh no. Oh no.
yep,
Oh
that's
god.
the story.
That's got to just fucking hurt, dude.
Yeah, yeah, it sucks, but I mean, the thing that heals it is time, so I don't really care anymore.
Yeah. Are you still kind of going for one, just passively?
Oh, yeah, I mean, 600 raids in like 2 years, so if I
Yeesh.
play long enough, I guess I'll get when I'm like bored, but not necessarily actively,
Yeah. Damn.
fortunately. I mean, ugh, there's a lot of lore behind it, but at the end of the day, I'm not too bothered. Like, I'm still playing the game a lot.
Yeah.
It would be nice to have it for specific content, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeesh. That's just like
It is
it's
what it
hurting
is.
me to think about that. Like, just so punishing.
It's all right. At the end of the day, it's my mistake. I'll live
Yeah.
with it. No matter.
Well, I'm glad
I'm
that you're
still
just
really enjoying raids.
yeah. It's probably actually like kind of fun. I don't know. I'm trying to see the
It,
bright
it's
side of
it's
things. Like
not.
trying to like
It's not.
yeah. I'm trying to look at the bright side. I'm like, oh, it'd be kind of cool to grind another one out, but no, that's okay. Um, Sander asks, one pirate hook or 600k agility XP.
You know what he means,
I do know what he means because I bought a pirate hook,
man.
and that shit was it kind of hurt a little bit, but I was never like I was already 99 agility, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, so I definitely buy the agility XP
What
because the
about the
way I
collection
play
log
is
slot?
well, for me, my goal is do all collection log that makes sense before changing order.
That makes sense. Yeah, that's 600k
So
XP is
if
pretty
you
fucking massive.
yeah yeah like, if it doesn't give any EHP, doesn't give me any fun, then I won't do it. Pretty much like completionist for me
Yeah.
is fun. Like just the path, like have a bit fun. Like when I'm done asking, so
Yeah.
that's what it comes down to. It's not a big deal.
All right.
I will be doing the monkey hunter though.
I wish Monkey Hunter I could alk, but you can't fucking alk during it. I was so pissed
Oh.
off.
Yeah, I meant monkey hunter and monkey agility. I'll be doing
Oh,
that
oh,
probably.
oh, oh, I see.
Yeah, those make sense because they give decent amount of skill.
Yeah. All right. B5 asks 334 pirate hooks or 200 mil agility XP.
What's your pirate hooks?
Oh my god. I wonder how many pirate hooks you'd actually get passively grinding for 200 mil agility, like with all the agility XP just coming from uh like just those like shitty obstacles. You
I don't
probably have
know.
so many. If you never
A
traded
crap
in
load.
any tickets.
Yeah, I know the agility XP is quite low from it.
Yeah,
Apparently, I'm looking at it, you have 10% chance to gain double tickets.
yeah, with the elite diary.
So I wonder if you like map that out, what the break point is, like, I don't know, like 700 million agility or whatever.
Yeah, something
Who
crazy.
knows?
Thoughts on elite clues coming from Sepulcher?
Um, so for me, don't like the Grand Chess, if I'm perfectly honest.
Me
I
neither.
think it's too OP for mains. Like it's literally what like 10 seconds per attempt, and you get an item that's currently worth 55 million. It's too OP.
Yep, I completely
Like
agree.
I really wish the more of the value of Sepultura was coming from chess where you actually have to like give up a lot of agility experience.
Yes.
But that's just not the case anymore.
Yeah.
I think design wise it looks great. Like
Yeah, it does. It like
you finished like
aesthetically fits.
yeah, but I just wish it wasn't so inflated towards the ring endurance.
Yep.
But for
No.
elite clues, I don't know, I guess it'd be cool, but I don't know. It does feel a bit forced in my opinion. But if it was, I'd like it to be from the side chest, basically.
Yes. So, like when Sepulchre first came out, I made a ramble like a week after or 2 weeks after or something like that, and I was just saying the grand chest is too OP, and if you loot it, you should be docked like 1,000 agility XP from your drop that you get. Like if you're gonna go
Yeah,
fucking loot that
I
shit.
think
I know that
insane.
sounds arbitrary and stuff, but it's like, dude, that was the whole like push and pull thing. It was you either go for max
Yeah,
agility rates or you're getting profit. Not both, but you get both.
yeah. I wish it was more the case, but I guess they didn't expect the reagents to just be super, super expensive.
Yeah. No, that's true. But I mean, you still get loot too. Like that's the thing. So it's like whatever.
Yeah, you do. The loot's decent. Pretty decent.
Yeah, but like the fact that you get loot at all, like people would still do sepulcher if it gave absolutely nothing but XP. Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah. In all senses, it's a very OP update. I guess that's kind of how it's been. Uh, yeah.
Do you think
I
they could
think
do something like sepulcher for other skills? Like something
it's
that's
quite
just
hard
so engaging.
because I think what makes Sepultura really engaging is dynamic. As in, I prefer content where you kind of have to actively path around. Like the one thing I don't like about Nightmare example, it feels very static in a way, in the sense that you kind of just kind of react to Nightmare's attacks, and it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of rinse and repeat. But even like black holes, like how often does it attack? Is like six ticks or five or four? I don't know. But
Yeah,
either
5.
way, the timing is predictable every time, and you just click somewhere where there isn't a black hole.
The thing
At, at,
with
at,
sorry, go ahead.
at the worst, you probably lose a few ticks.
The thing with agility is it's such an interesting skill, and I feel like the only skill that's somewhat like it is thieving, where like there's like truly there's like gathering skills, and then there's like the buyable skills, and agility is one of those that isn't either, and sort of the same with thieving. So I feel like
Yeah.
with thieving they could do something semi sepulcher ish, not exactly just fucking running around dodging shit, but like they really
I
could do
think
something with thieving.
the worst thing that happened to Fever was all the night style updates where you just like sit there and just kind of spam your on the same pixel. It's just not good gameplay.
It's not.
Yeah. I mean, I guess people love it because, well, kind of just do it when you don't want to play the game, but
Yeah.
I just don't think that's a good thing to have in this game. It's kind of why I do prefer doing artifacts over gem knights. I'd probably only do something like gem knights if I'm like going for a walk or something.
Mm. Do you not elf
Yeah,
thieve at all?
I don't have a tool seed. I'm like 2600
Oh, I
Sulcana
saw that. I
for
thought
tool
you
seed.
just I just assumed you had all 3 seeds or some shit like that. I saw 20.
Nah, no, I don't.
You don't have a single one. 2,536.
Nah, fuck Sulcana, man.
Fuck that place. No, for real. I have one.
It's
I'm at like a
awful.
thousand KC, I think.
Yeah, I
That's
don't know. Just everything about Sulcana is just
it's shit.
miserable.
It's
Yeah.
horrible. That is the
Mm.
absolute like opposite of sepulcher. Like Sepulchre's fun and engaging. Volcano is just like shitty in every way.
Yeah, it's pretty boring. I guess for a skilling boss, it's okay.
Dude,
Rather do it than
it's so boring. It's
I'd
not
rather do it than Tempest or Winterlord for what it's worth.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
But it's just very arbitrary, the reward system. It kind of they can't play around with it. Basically, you have to stick with your classic four-man teams for uniques, or put in a lot of effort, and you can do like ulti methods where you kind of boost with your ults
Mm-hmm.
for DPS, and you just like tally out at the end. So the way the uniques work is it rolls for everyone who's first it rolls the 1 in 200 for the crystal tool seed,
Mm-hmm.
and then it decides based on who's eligible in the room between them who gets it. So it's based on your contribution across several players. So
Oh,
basically, the
so
lower team you can get
if there was four people, let's say, and three of them left at the very end, and it rolled the 1 in 200, you would guarantee
one
get
in
it.
200. Yes.
Wow. So it only depends on when the drop as actually drops.
Yeah. So
Is that confirmed
it,
or is that just what people believe?
never confirmed, but
But that's
I
like pretty
I've done enough
okay.
testing, and I know a few people who've done like 1+1, and they've gotten their torsies very quickly.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
not confirmed, but
Most
nothing to
likely.
assume that it's any different to Nightmare at the
Yeah.
regular Ultimate.
Well, that was the difference is, well, that's what I'm asking is like Nightmare was different because if you had a four-man team and three of them left, you just permanently weren't going to get an item because there wasn't enough damage dealt. That's why you could only do
Ah,
it in one
right.
plus one.
I mean, like it's the same for. I guess it's a bit different, but kind of the idea is the same.
Yeah.
You kind of just DPS
So are,
ult.
so are you still actively going for a seed? Are you trying to
I've given
passively?
up. So
You just
I
gave up?
don't do any methods that I need it for. Well, I do VM every now and then, but I just do it to AFK, so
Mm,
I'm not too bothered about the
okay.
XP boost. So
Yeah, fuck
no
Volcano.
issues. Yeah,
Fuck that
I should
place.
say I'll pass that
So
place.
bad. Okay.
I think I think going back, I think they could still do a lot more with rune crafting, but I know a lot of people are conscious with like having that affected a lot, but I'll be honest, I don't have trust in Jaggers with that skill for design purpose, but it would be nice to have a bit of change in that skill. But I don't know.
It'll be
It's
sick.
like
Is
it's like that exclusive hard skill because it's slow.
yeah. What would
And
be
I
kind of
think,
I think what would be kind of sick is like they come out with the blood altar with the blood talisman, and you enter the blood altar, and then there's kind of like this little sepulcher like level 5 path to get to the actual altar.
imagine,
But like
insane, yeah.
something cool like that. I don't know. I don't know. They just fucking nailed sepulcher. It was so good. Just nailed it. I don't really
Yeah,
like how it looks, to be honest. A lot of people really love how it looks. I'm not actually that big of a fan. It doesn't really look
I'm a
like old
fan.
school. It looks too
Yeah, I think a few of my friends would call it kind of Fortnite, basically.
yeah, it looks a little Fortnite-ish. I wish it looked more medieval and darker, just like, but I know it's a Saradomin theme.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't know. It's a more intense, but it's very fun to do.
It is. Okay.
I'm not. Yeah.
Dr. Neuron asks, could you talk about balancing a 200 mil all and completionist mindset from a macro perspective? So, for example, how do you pick which completionist grinds you want to do before 200 mil all and which ones you want to do after? Sounds like you just kind of do completionist on the side, but let's hear it from you.
Yeah, pretty much. So literally, like if I have friends who want to just do a bit of team content, I will consider it. I'm not too bothered. Like if something's fun, then I'll do it. It helps the mental a lot to not just focus on one thing. But at the same time, I do love my skilling and trying to chase into high scores what I can. So I don't know, quite a bit balancing.
So, who are this is coming from me, some of the questions that I kind of thought of before, but who are some of the players that have motivated you the most or inspired you the most to grind?
Whew, there's gonna be a lot. Yeah. So I guess first off, I'll thank basically anyone who I've interacted with and just had a pleasant or interesting time with, like either to like pass the time or generally had a good time with them. I appreciate everyone, so they're the most important people. But I guess more of an idealistic point of view. Heiger's up there definitely in terms of what he's done with this game. Absolute legend in terms of like what he can achieve. Not also that, but he's a really good player. Like just
Yeah.
at everything.
It's not even just he plays a lot. He's like super fucking efficient and
Yeah,
super smart.
yeah. Literally, I think it's probably if he put him at any content game, he'll be smashing it.
I wonder if he'll
Yeah, he's
do any. I wonder if he'll do group Ironman. The reason I ask is because he does a lot. He always kind of reaches out to other modes and stuff.
dude. I've seen his ults, man. He has something packing.
Like the dude's fucking insane. He plays every league. He did dead
Yeah,
man. He was maxed on dead man mode. Like,
mm.
bruh.
Insane player. Very smart as well.
Yeah.
He I think I said it before, but he after I don't know who did the first one. I think it's like Tyler or something. But after that, he kind of made all the HP sheet with I think it's Tenho, and it's been like doing it ever since. Insane person, like, just
Crazy.
like knowledge and that. Yeah,
And
great
it's
player.
not. It's not even like he does it for like publicity or anything. It's like you would have to kind of like I don't know. It's not apparent that Higer's doing all these things unless you already know. It's not like he's just plastering his
Yeah,
name over things. Like, I did that. Like no, he just fucking humble to himself and just does his thing. I don't
yeah.
understand it.
You do find out a lot of I love Iron Man. They say a lot of them do keep to themselves.
Yeah, interesting. Because I
Uh,
love flexing. I love flexing anything I accomplish in this game. But there's some people that just
yeah.
fucking play
Getting
it.
attention is can be fun for some people.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I guess if I list a lot of the high level Iron Man in general, like just it's fun, like seeing what they're doing, tracking the progress, occasionally talking to them. Great community to be on. Just oof. In a long game like this, you definitely need to have people to be around with. And I wish that was more the case with Isle of Iron, honestly.
Hmm.
But it just isn't meant to be, fortunately.
So, is there any regrets that you have with your account now that you wish you had kind of like? Do you wish you had done something different on your account so far, or do you feel like you're pretty good with what you've done?
No, I'm pretty happy. Well, obviously, classic saying of the past kind of shaped who you are today. I think, I guess I'd love to do, well, I'm actually working on that, but I want to get more PVM items eventually. But I'd love to have, obviously, the T-Bow back.
Yep.
But other things like, I don't know, maybe a few non-items caught, that'd be good. I think I'll be focused on Nex and Raise 3, maybe. I might be considering doing Raise 3 hard, like a lot, if I like it. I think,
I think Raid 3 is going to be very fun for a lot of people because you can just change it to however you like it.
yeah, I think one thing I'm considering on release on Raise 3 is going for KC. Because
Ooh, okay.
we won't know the mechanics between how the uniques work. So while it's unknown, I'll probably just run
Just
out a lot
spam
of
them.
KC. Yeah,
Yeah.
just like because it's like variable based, as in what are called the invocations.
Hmm.
You can make it super easy. I'll probably just do a bit of that.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking
Run
like
over that.
I think what would be so fun at Raids 3 is just make the easiest invocation for solo and just run it over and over. Like I love entry mode top. Honestly, if entry mode top didn't have the fucking Nilo room, that would be really enjoyable content because you just
Uh,
fly through it.
I think Entry is a bit too extreme, but I do get the idea.
Dude,
It's just hard to
eh,
know if you're playing content on release.
yeah. No,
And
I think the reason I like entry mode is because you just fly through it. Like it's just fast paced, except for Nilo room.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what
I
I hope
mean,
Raids 3 is.
based on our track record, there won't be any uniques available for the first day, anyways.
Probably
How they
true.
did
Yeah.
Nightmare and Fasani.
First 12 hours won't be anything, and then they'll just say, "Oh no, that was everyone just got unlucky."
Yeah, might as well get your KC up.
When that shit
Yeah,
was
I don't
happening
know.
and I was streaming that Fasani's bullshit. Oh,
Yeah,
I
that
was so
sucked.
pissed off. I was trying to hold it in. I was like, "Are you kidding me? For the past 10 hours, I haven't even had a chance of rolling anything." Like Christ, so bad.
I mean, the floodgates did enter when open when they fixed it.
Oh yeah, big time for me too.
Yeah, I don't know. I might follow that through that plan, but if race three is mage based, I probably won't because
Mm,
yeah, blood runes are precious.
yeah, we'll have to see. I'm excited
Yeah, I mean,
regardless.
guess regrets. Oh, one regret. Now that it's been patched, I can talk about. There's the method called suicide library, so you can get like I'd say probably up to 90k per hour by doing the library method, but use suicide books, so they go into your gravestone.
Oh wow, when was that patched?
A few weeks ago.
That's crazy. So people were doing that.
Yeah, I had a few million XP banked in my desk coffer.
Oh yeah, because it
So that was
you can't actually do it. Like you just have to sit there at your grave or at the coffer and just take them out and redeem them. Correct?
yeah. Yeah, there's a few people who are like spamming it and they're like getting a crap load of over EHP.
That's
So they had a
crazy.
lucky. Yeah, I'm so annoyed I didn't do it, but I don't know. At the same time, the method was very intensive in terms of what handed the books in.
Yeah.
Basically, you obviously you grab all the books, then you suicide. It goes into your gravestone. You can hold up to 28 of each book, and when you're handing in the books, it's very hard because a lot of the books look the same. So you have to like read a message, figure out what book it is, and then check the icon.
Mm.
It's very intense. And also you have to like if you want to boost your rage, you like have like four or five volts to hold NPCs.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, so it's not a cheap thing to do with bonds. And I guess the reason a lot of people were like doing it, because in case of the nerf was you can also scout like good layouts, so that will increase the XP hour as well.
Interesting. See, I never
Yeah,
did library.
for, for the select few who did the suicide method, very lucky of them.
So what was it?
But
You said it was 90K. That's like consistent.
probably up to. You can also blow glass or fletch. So if you
Wow,
blow glass, the effective rate goes up as well.
that's crazy.
Yeah, pretty sad I didn't do the method, but here's what it is. Back to souls probably for me.
Oh yeah. Do you mind day alt ever, or do you just do souls exclusively?
Um, Neither currently, but depends on what I do in the future. If I start playing alts, like I'll probably do a bit of souls, but if I'm going out, I'll probably do day out. We'll see.
Mhm.
Ideally, they make the blood RC whatever it is better for my account, but if not, then I guess we're potting group Iron on my alt or whatever. Fun thing.
Pot group Iron Man. Oh
Yeah.
god. Okay. Uh, we've gone through all of the topics. It looks like on my end. It looks like. I want to ask. Well, I know we kind of already have given some shout outs, but I want to ask for three different shout outs from just whoever you feel like kind of deserves it. Maybe doesn't get shouted out enough.
Three people?
Yep.
Man, I can't.
Three individuals. They don't have to be the top three, just three. Three that you think deserve a shout out. Who
It's
deserves it?
hard. See, that's hard because I don't necessarily have attachment to social media. I would say communities. Uh, First off, shout out to Ironscape. It's definitely the community that I've been most integrated with. Uh, it got. I was there when I was a noob, and I'm still here, like rank 5 man. Like, yeah, journey. It'd definitely be the community that I hang about like with the most in some shape or form. Second off, the various clans that I've been around with, like Olympus, Omnia, Solitary, um, Lotus, I guess. Yeah, yeah. It's just nice meeting different people during my time or my time with them currently.
Nice.
Third off, my apprenticeship. friendship group, I guess, main one. The set it's called South of Friends. They know who they are. Shouts to them.
Awesome. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take the community shoutouts. Last thing is, do you think, or what do you think, if you continue, will be your final rank? Like, what do you aspire to get? Do you think 5 is the highest you'll get, or what?
I'd rather not say.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll just see what happens.
All
Because
right.
I mean, if you finish, that's kind of the biggest achievement.
Yeah.
Like,
No, absolutely.
yeah, it doesn't really matter the rank at the end of the day. I think for me, the rank is sort of like a motivation, but it's not the be end all.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I mean,
DK,
it'd be nice to stay high rank, but if not, well, is what it is.
I am just fucking impressed that, like, how dedicated you are to the game, and I think it's just really
No
cool.
worries.
I wish you a lot of good luck
This,
on.
this game is amazing.
Yeah, no, it really
Yeah,
is.
community and the game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I wish you
thank you.
luck
Thank you for having me on the cast.
on continuing to 200 mil. And yeah, no, absolutely, it was my pleasure. Personally, for those interested, like how I even got DK on the cast, I went to him and just asked him if he'd like to be on it because I really do like talking to skillers, and
Oh, glad.
I like talking more about like the game. I mean, there's pros and cons to each, I guess, but like I really like talking to players. It's really fun to talk to like a person that's dedicated to the game rather than dedicated to like streaming or whatever, you know. So it's been fun, man. Thank you.
My Twitter is DKHo underscore OSRS. Feel free to message me. I love chatting to people about the game and just ever random crap that you want to talk about. It's good.
Awesome. Is there
I'm
anything
also
else
on
that you would like to have linked? Maybe Discord or anything? Or
Discord. Just ping me for whatever. So it'll be DKHO 4564. You
we'll
can
have
get
it.
that
Yeah, it'll be in the
in the
description.
link. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I guess content creation would be nice, but it's not on the cards. For now, I'm happy with
Yeah,
how I'm
I've been
doing with the game.
asking for your fucking streams. Been waiting for your streams, but if that's not
No,
current plans,
unfortunately, it's not something I want to do
okay.
currently.
Well, DK, it's absolute pleasure having you on the cast. Thank you again for just being
No,
so
thank you. Loved
graciously
it.
accepting my invitation. So,
See you around.
all right, we'll catch you
Bye-bye.
guys on the next one. Peace.